Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
It's alive!
I was right. Nobody wanted to live with
If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair!
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the peak. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube and view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
So when does Tua take Bill Belichick trick-or-treating? Because that's what you do with your kids. Does Tua just, come on, Billy?
Is he the only quarterback with 6 wins against?
I think he is.
Yeah, because they were a lot tied at 5.
Yeah, they were a lot tied at 5. Come on, Billy, let's go. Don't be afraid. Tua wait to the end of the at the end of the driveway. He ends at the walk. Go. It's okay. You can ring the Daddy's right here. I'm right here, Billy. Ring the bell.
Can I ask a question?
Do you want to know what Bill Belichick went for Halloween as?
What?
A good football coach.
Daddy loves you guys.
Dude sucks.
Okay.
Bum. I know you love him, but bum.
Players suck.
He sucks.
They are slow.
Who picked him?
Okay.
Who picked him?
Not so. Belichick, the GM, hasn't been good in a long time. But here's my question: the guys that won 5 straight, does it carry more weight because Tom Brady was on that team? You understand what I'm saying?
Which guys?
Whoever was before. There's like 3 other guys that won 5 times.
Oh, now you're trying to.
I don't know if it was against.
You're doing a Bam was right on Tua's win streak. Undefeated is undefeated.
I'm not. I'm just. Oh my God. I just asked the question.
That's a bad question.
Okay.
Just get with the times.
Really? You don't think it matters that somebody won 5 straight against the greatest?
You win. I thought he was the genius.
Okay.
I thought you said that nobody goes up against the quarterback. I thought it was offense versus defense. Now all of a sudden you're Mr. Quarterback versus quarterback guy.
I asked the question.
Bad question.
Okay.
Hey, Leroy, stop this.
You're a buffoon.
Exactly. I'm not a buffoon.
You're a buffoon.
It's just funny how all of a sudden now you care about quarterback versus
No,
quarterback.
we do that with everything though. Well, we didn't have this guy. We didn't have that guy. We didn't do this. So I just asked.
Go ahead, Billy. Ring the bell. Do it. I don't want to ring the bell. Ring it. Come on.
Daddy loves you guys.
Pinches his cheeks.
Halloween is tomorrow, Marcos.
How'd you know it was me?
Oh man.
Damn it.
Maybe because it's been the same Halloween bit for the last 3 years.
Well,
You're lashing out, dude.
and the empty chair chatted us up.
Who?
The empty chair.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, hey,
yeah, where's she at today? Is she putting
She-
on like
wait.
witchcraft on birds? Like, what's
She-
the deal with her?
she need to be doing some crunches or something so she can fit in that starfish.
Is it small? Oh no. Is it from-
No, tonight is between JFig and Tobes.
I'm confident. Who are they
So-
playing? The
The Raiders.
oh
Yeah.
So-
Brian Hoyer.
easy cover.
So so if the Raiders win, you lose.
No, we're tied.
Oh, so you got to pick the points of the game total.
No, I think we said player props.
Okay, player props. But how you gonna pick the same player prop?
No,
How are you gonna figure it out?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
The same way we figured out last week. We'd do 4 games.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not. I am not JFig.
She says you're fat shaming, just so we're
I'm
clear.
not.
Which,
I'm
by the
not.
way, you were doing that again yesterday to Bradley Chubb, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. The guy's been a monster. By the way,
last couple of days.
Can we get up? No,
Yes.
not the last couple of days. The guy's been a monster. He's had a really good season.
Yeah.
He's had a good season.
Wait. I'm not the one. Hold on.
Can use a couple months.
You've been fat shaming him.
No.
You've been fat shaming him.
I'm not the one
Mhm.
who said he's leading the league in almost sacks.
Not me.
Who said that?
He did.
Huh?
I haven't been on Chubb all year.
Okay. All right.
Only 5 sacks this year. Jeez.
Yeah, that's not good. Five sacks.
That should be-
in,
that's
five
like-
sacks in 8 games.
That's top 10.
It's pretty good.
pretty good. It's okay for you.
Wilkins doing good too.
How about this Jalen Ramsey, huh?
Woo!
He's good.
Game changer.
He's good. He was stalking on that pick. He was like,
yeah.
Should have had a forced fumble though.
yeah.
Yep.
Should have had a forced fumble. The holding erased it. So that guy, hey, he's good. He makes that impact known. And they didn't even have Xavier Howard yesterday. Now,
Or Javon.
in that one, you could say, hey, Mac Jones sucks. Anybody could have caught that. But you want to know something? It was Jalen Ramsey. He was there. He was deking him.
Yep. Good. I mean, it was a good game. Like, I can't, like, it. One of the things I'm most impressed with this team is there's been several opportunities for this team to lose it in the last 2 years, right? Either a bad loss, a string of losses, or whatever. And they don't. They stay the course, and that's the sign of good leadership.
They did last year. I mean, they had a bad losing streak last year.
No, they had a bad losing streak, but what I'm saying is they didn't lose it. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, losing streak sucks. But if you ask any of them, yeah, we hate losing and this sucks, but we're going to stay the course. There were no players getting,
Yes,
how
every
players
time,
do.
Every time there's usually a bad mistake, they bounce back in a big way.
Right.
In-game.
So that is the sign of everybody being together. That'll carry in the long haul when you get in those tough situations in December and January. And so I'm excited to see. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there won't be a 5-game losing streak this year.
Hard to believe that would be the case.
Right. It's just the offensive line. I mean, holding up.
Like literally being put together
Right.
with duct tape and glue.
Right. And keep in mind, a lot of the same guys we call bums are now toting the load.
Did Robert Hunt come back? Because I was at flag football too. I was scared when I saw him come down. I know Lamb came back. Did Hunt ever come back?
I don't know.
I don't think he did actually.
I don't think he did, but
Yeah.
I remember them showing Kendall Lamb. I was like, oh, good, Kendall Lamb's back. And Kendall Lamb's the backup left tackle. I was happy that the backup was back.
I saw Liam Eichenberg, but it was a defensive holding. And I was like, what?
I know. I saw that too. I didn't even know there was a thing. He got ragdolled so badly they called it on the defender.
You know what they do? Here's what the D-line does. This is big in 4-3 defenses where they just want a wall, right? They don't really penetrate. They just stand up and look. So when you try to team block to the second level, the down lineman will grab the guy coming to help so he can't get off on the linebacker, and the linebacker goes and makes the play. Very rarely called, right? Unless it's just blatant or you complain about it before the game. And so these are some of the tactics of the defensive lineman. When you're getting double teamed or team block up to the second level, you grab the other guy so you free up one of your guys.
Did you see how fast Tyreek Hill ran after he got the touchdown?
Yeah, like it was a blur.
Like he ran faster to get back to the bench than he did running for that touchdown. It was incredible.
Right.
Was that to avoid any more fines?
Yeah, he said he's sick of getting. He said that after the game yesterday. He said he's sick of it.
Yeah.
We can play that sound coming up a little bit later, but yeah, he's sick of it. He's sick of getting fined. Even as Tyreek is one to do. A couple weeks after saying I don't care about the money, this is about having fun. He now has decided I'm sick of getting fined. So I don't know how high those fines we're getting because it's like it escalates. Yeah.
Yes. So
probably got to a number.
Let's see. The first football I threw in the stands was $1,500. The second one 2,500, then 7,500. It got all the way up to 15 grand.
Jeez.
But everybody on the team gave me the money
That's nice.
because they said if you score and you don't throw it in the stands, that's bad mojo. I said, but bad mojo is also when I play NFL football and go broke for paying stupid fines, trying to not to lose team mojo. And they said, don't worry about the fines. So it was actually kind of cool because cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight cash.
Dr. Emulix says that ref was juiced to the gills. I know, we got like a new Ed Hockley.
Really?
That guy was swole as hell.
Young Hockley isn't built like his dad.
No, I don't know what that guy's name was, but they mentioned it immediately. Spiro Ditas mentioned how swole he was, and I was like, it was kind of hard for me to tell because, again, I was at flag football, so I had to watch all of it up until the fourth quarter on a phone. I was like, but then I got to the fourth quarter, and I was on my TV. I was like, whoa!
So wait. So did you spend any time with your family? Because you are pretty much catching us up on all the sports that were going on during your birthday activities.
Flag football wasn't a birthday activity.
Okay, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't text us during the concert.
Right.
It lasted 2 seconds, and then you had the audacity to send pictures.
Of the concert?
Yeah, you were pretty close, too.
I had great seats.
Ooh, you were close.
I had great seats. Kiss Country, TC, Dina B, they hooked it up.
And so, and then on Saturday, right, text throughout the day, I'm like, aren't you supposed to be eating with your fam and enjoying your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday.
Well, hold on. I said I was going to watch the fight for my birthday. And let me tell you something. Nothing made me more mad this weekend.
Oh, because I didn't see it. Marcos sent a text and said, Francis Ngannou won.
Yeah, he got completely effed.
Really?
He got completely effed. He definitely won that fight. It was ridiculous. Tyson Fury fought like a coward.
Oh,
He got knocked down in the third round.
He got knocked down.
Hook down. Left hook right on the side of the temple. Timber. And he fought like a coward the rest of that fight. And they gave him the split decision. It was garbage. There's a new heavyweight champion of the world in old Tobe's eyes, and it's Francis Ngannou. He is right now, just so we're clear, he is, in my eyes, the reigning UFC heavyweight champion, and he's the reigning boxing heavyweight champion. He has neither belt, but he is the champ. Make no mistake.
He has neither belt.
But make no mistake, he is the champion of both because he beat Tyson Fury, and he did not lose his belt in the UFC. He walked away because they were cheapskates.
Right.
And now, who's the big winner? Because this guy's going to make $100 million on his next fight.
Francis Ngannou?
Yes.
Oh, because he really put on the show.
Dude, he was awesome. He's like, yeah, it was my first time.
Which is even more embarrassing.
Now, look, Tyson Fury looked like he trained zero. He was 280 pounds, Tyson Fury, for this fight. He trained absolutely zero, and it looked like it, but that was his mistake.
Right.
Because he was in there with the dude who's a freak.
Right.
Who's a freak.
Right.
And he thought he was going to jab, dance around him. And I think he outstruck Francis by like 10 punches. Right. And they were all jabs that did nothing to him.
Right.
He got completely jobbed in that fight. Francis Ngannou is the heavyweight champion of the world, and Tyson Fury is not.
Baddest man.
Rematch?
He's the baddest man on the planet.
Rematch?
No, I don't think there is going to be a rematch because he's got to go fight Usyk for the fake championship.
No one wants to see that.
It's a fake championship. The lineal champion in Tobin's eyes is Francis Ngannou. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Which is even more incredible because he would be the champion in 2 sports.
He is the champion in 2. No, what I'm telling you right now is I don't care what the Wikipedia says. He is champion in 2 sports. He knocked down and outboxed the best boxer on the planet outside of Terrence Crawford.
So does he go get more fights now?
I don't know what he does.
Because UFC's done, right?
He could do whatever he wants.
UFC's done, right?
He's not going back to UFC.
Right.
Now, pay cut.
Because he got, he probably get, 20, 30 million?
Yeah. Pay cut. Why would he go to the UFC? Could you imagine the UFC letting that guy walk? And what's their karma for it? You trusted John Jones to be your long reigning heavyweight champion out after a fight.
He didn't even fight.
I'm glad it wasn't drugs, though. You know,
I mean, yes, that's progress.
I mean, but here, correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes an injury rears its ugly head due to the fact of drugs.
That's definitely possible.
Okay.
We call that the JJ Watt when the pec tendon tears off. I believe that's happened to 2 Watt brothers.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will.
Well, you already told us what to do with it. Like, what we will, you've already predetermined. Like he throws.
Marcos, did you see the fight?
Yes, I saw the fight.
You saw
man.
Francis
Yeah,
one,
he was
right?
the first. He was the first one to send the text.
Yeah,
100%.
dude. I could when I was on my couch. I was spending time with my family. I was sitting with Mrs. Tobin. We were watching the fight together, and we embraced as it happened. I was like, oh! She goes, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "You don't know what just happened."
Right.
A guy who's never boxed
Just
knocked down the mother bleeping heavyweight champion of the world. Put him on the canvas. And he didn't want none the rest of that time.
What is that guy's head made out of? He's been getting pounded.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's been knocked. I mean, his last 4 fights, he's probably been on the canvas 7 times.
He's got to have the cure to CTE in his brain, something like that. It's crazy what he's able to do.
I mean, we talk about guys that are like,
he knew he lost too, by the way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he didn't, but like you know how braggadocious Tyson Fury is.
Yeah.
It was the most humble I've ever
He
heard him ever.
sings usually.
Yeah, he usually sings after he wins. He wanted no part of promoting the Usyk fight. He wanted to get out of there and run in shame.
Yep.
In shame. Lennox Lewis shaming him on Twitter.
Shame.
He's shaming him.
Rightfully so.
He said sharks don't let lions come in there and swim as good as them.
Yep.
I was like, damn, that's deep.
Yeah, man. There was
It's
so
not-
many
it
things.
sounds-
I
about
think that's what he
Francis.
tweeted. I think that's what he
No,
tweeted.
Wait,
said,
Marcos.
That's what he
It
said.
sounds great, but it sounds like some crap Tobin would say, right? And then totally mess it up. No, that's so right. That is so up your alley of butchering something.
There it is. Here it is.
Hold on. Don't go. How close were you, first of all?
I had the line in the shark fight.
Okay.
I knew that this way.
Lennox Lewis. Is Lennox Lewis the last undisputed heavyweight champion? I think he is.
Oh.
I think he is. He said, the lion can't let the shark come into the jungle and nearly beat him. Ngannou's stock is up. Fury stock is down in lackluster win for Fury. Hashtag Fury versus Ngannou. Damn.
Sounded a lot different than when you had a lion swimming in the ocean.
Well, it's a little, honestly, if anybody said it better, it was me, because how could a shark come in the jungle? It doesn't even make any sense.
Have you seen
come
Sharknado?
What?
Oh.
They were just walking down the street.
It would make more
Got a
sense if
point.
he said the shark can't let the lion come into the ocean and swim as good as him. That would make more sense.
First of all,
Mm,
stop trying to make sense of your dumbass take.
that's deep.
Right? You just try. I love the way he says something dumb and then tries to backtrack and make it make sense to everybody. It doesn't. Neither one of them makes sense. We just listen to Lennox Lewis because what he said was accurate.
Anyway, take a quick break. Those are our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
Back up to this.
WQAM.
560 WQAM.
Daniel Jones cleared to return
Oh, really? They're not going to keep sticking Tommy DeVito out there?
after 9 yards passing.
No. Well, that was 9 yards passing for the team. This poor soul named Tommy DeVito.
No relation to Dan DeVito because Dan DeVito's 4'11".
Tommy DeVito, 2 of 7, -1. -1 yards.
Dude, you know how hard that is?
-1.
You know how hard that is to do?
So what did you do? Just throw a screen pass and the guy got tackled?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus. So, that's crazy. Wow.
You know who's on the skid right now?
Hmm?
You know who's on the skid right now?
49ers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brock Purdy. Now, on the other side of it, Joe Burrow.
They do this every year, dude. They do this every damn year. Every year they start off.
They're the anti-Bills.
Every year they start off and they go, "Ooh, this could be it for Cincinnati," and then they win 8 straight.
Yep. They're in a good spot right now. But
Browns lost. Oh my goodness!
I didn't watch it. What happened?
They had a 3-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
With like a minute 20, minute 30 left, right around 2 minutes. And Seattle only had 1 timeout. And they drove all the way down the field and scored.
Damn.
I'm like, oh, really?
Loved it.
Worked for you on your picks, Frog Boy.
Needed
It
it.
didn't work. It didn't work for you. It didn't
Yeah.
matter.
No, I had a
No, you
Seattle -3.5.
No, you didn't.
Well, good for you, Gene
Did you?
Toad Smith.
Yep.
I thought I had Cleveland.
No, I had Seattle -3.5.
Hold on.
And they won by 4.
Yeah.
Looks like I struck again.
You're very proud of your football prowess.
By the way, the Chargers covered last night too. Seems like a 3 in
Are
the
you
week for the
are you
boys.
saying like you would have blown out even more if it wasn't for Vlad?
Oh yeah. What? I mean, look how much he sent me back. What was that, dude?
Let's hear a little bit from the Miami Dolphins. Big stories out of yesterday. Of course, Tua, Tyreek Hill, 1,000 yards in 8 games.
Yep. You know what I hope?
1,000.
This is the honest truth because I know what's going to happen and I'm giving you guys a heads up. I want him to do it in 16 games. Right?
Oh, because of the whole I don't care.
I know, but you're gonna complain about
I understand. I
You're
don't
gonna be pissed off that they won't give him his flowers because they're gonna say he played an extra game.
whatever.
Right? I'm just telling you.
I mean, he's already done something that's never been done. Like it's
In the history of
he's
1,000 yards in 8 games.
It's crazy.
And and then he had what do you have, like a 30-yard game?
These are his games this year. Let's bring up the old game log. Jaylen Waddle, by the way, was awesome yesterday too. Best game of the season for him, easily.
Yeah, easy.
He's killed the pitch, but that's always been a thing is that Tyreek Hill, he's slowed up by Bill Belichick, and so yesterday, not the case with his 8 catches for 112 yards. So his season so far, Leroy, has gone 215 in week 1, 40 against the Patriots in Sunday Night Football, 157 in the 70 burger. 58 against the Bills, 181 against the Giants, 163 against Carolina, 88 against the Eagles, and 112 yesterday.
So he had a 50-yard game, which
he had one stink. Yeah, that
was a bad game for everybody. And 1,000 yards in 8 games.
1,000 yards.
I can't.
And he's already passed his touchdown total for last year.
Yeah,
8 touchdowns.
And they're still giving him single coverage. I tell you what, in one of the greatest offensive game plans you will ever see, how in the hell do you get Tyreek Hill single covered in an offense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's incredible because guess what? Everybody goes to the game going, we got to slow that dude down.
Of course.
Now, here's my thing. I used to run a lot of inside routes, and they used to try to double me with a safety and a linebacker, right? But it's very easy to beat simply because, like, they got 2 guys that don't know where you're going, And if you get past two guys, there's even more room. So you either run a hitch, you either run a crossing route, or you just straight up the field. The thing what they do with defensive backs, they try to stack the guy over top. Why that's ridiculous is because what do the Dolphins run? Crossing routes, square ends. So that guy over the top is useless anyway. So I don't know how you defend this offense when the methods that you use to double cover somebody are ineffective versus what the routes that the Dolphins run, either crossing routes, go routes, or whatever. It works great if all your guy does run a go route because you got a corner and then you put the safety over the top. But Tyreek's always running square ends. He's always running these slants.
He's also like he's the guy. Like it's funny because usually like a guy who's that speedy isn't like your sure-handed guy you always go to on 3rd and long.
Right.
Like he's like they go to him 4th and 1 in the red zone. They're going to Tyreek Hill. Like they had a 3rd and was it like a 9, Marcos? You remember? And he has that great catch where he has to go up and get it. Like he's incredible. Yes. Every game. By the way, did people send that video to Stephen A. Smith? I just want to make sure.
Oh,
because that wasn't a 2-yard throw. I just want to make sure. Was he able to see with his own eyes again? Tua hitting Tyreek Hill for 40 yards for touchdown.
Stride.
In fact, what was the stat I saw? Hold on one second. Let me find this. Marco, say something.
Yeah, sure. So yesterday, Tyreek Hill proved that he's better than Jerry Rice. You heard it here first.
Listen to this. This is from Brett Bersheisen from the Dolphins PR department. The 42-yard touchdown pass from Tua to Cheetah marks the 7th time the two have connected on a 40-yard plus pass this season. Nobody in the NFL has more than 3.
Look at that.
But it's only dink and dunk. I don't understand. How can Brett have this statistic?
Wow.
Lazy, Stephen A. Smith. Tyreek Hill called you lazy.
Tyreek was right.
Lazy.
Was right.
Twice as many as anybody else in the league. 1,000 yards. 1,000 yards in 8 games. And he's got KC coming up this week. You know he's going to be feeling froggy.
Statement game?
I think he gonna score a long touchdown and pull out a brat. Just started the sauerkraut, mustard it up.
Maybe. I mean, he seems like he doesn't want to get fined anymore. He seems like he's tired of that.
He was saving it for this week.
Or it was even more of a fine, him running that fast to the bench.
What if he just,
because that was even more of a celebration, right?
What if instead of no socks this week, he just plays the game in lederhosen?
Wow. Still gonna be the fastest.
No.
Except
he wait, hold on. Let me show you this fraud here.
What?
First of all, he used a German phrase.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what lederhosen does.
I know what.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I know it's the pants. It's the pants and suspenders.
I know this dude.
Yeah.
It sounded good. He has no idea. None.
You want to know what he's going to be wearing?
What?
Cheetah hosen.
Cheetah.
Point for
No. Hold on. First of all, no. Hey. Here's the kicker. I bet you can't even spell it to ask Google what it is. Go.
Does it spell like
Does it
spell like a liter of soda?
No, that's how I looked it up. It is not.
Oh, it's with the D. Lederhosen.
No.
A lot easier than I thought it was.
No. Tell you what, they're not cheap.
No. So are we gonna throw that to our dartboard to do?
I might just wear lederhosen this week.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, you big schnitzel.
It's a close set.
Close set. Hey, so wait. No, here we go. So we already have you have to dress up like on the dartboard of doom. The Irish the kilt and everything. Right? We got that. Lederhosen gotta go on it, right?
Lederhosen can go
because
on.
we're big with the Irish, right? Love the accent, right? You know,
I think the Irish are big with us. I don't know if we're big with the Irish.
No, I'm just saying nobody comes in here like a leprechaun more than you, right? So that's got to be on the dartboard, right, Marcos?
Yep.
And now the Dolphins are in Germany, baby. So we got to put lederhosen on there.
So good.
Right.
All right. We'll take a quick break. You guys can get us. By the way, we have a really cool giveaway today. Disney fans, we've got your chance to win a 4-pack
Hey.
of tickets to Disney's Blizzard Beach Water Park. We will give that away during today's program. For more info on Blizzard Beach, go to Disney.com. Back with more after this.
Almost
We were just talking during the break. The Lakers last night. What did they get from LeBron and AD?
A total of 57 points, 31 rebounds, 8 assists, and I want to say 3 or 4 blocks.
Yeah.
And they lose.
But
They lost.
Because I've been noticing I didn't watch any NBA really yesterday because
your TV was on everything else.
I watched the Heat this weekend. I watched the Heat, but I didn't watch. I didn't watch.
Was doing a concert.
Well, no. One game was on Saturday night. One game was Heat T-Wolves.
Okay.
I watched Heat Celtics the morning. It was my birthday. I watch whatever I want.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Did anybody give you a hard time for watching sports all day?
No, it's my birthday.
No? Okay. They didn't even.
I probably shouldn't have watched Heat Wolves.
Did you do hibachi?
Yeah.
How was it? What'd you get?
I got shrimp and steak.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. Classic.
Do you ever go lobster? It's your birthday.
I actually saw somebody get lobster at the hibachi table.
You had already ordered shrimp.
I had regret. I was like,
oh, you already ordered shrimp.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah,
You didn't know they had lobster.
I did, but I just forget. Like I like the shrimp. I do like the shrimp. I don't, but when I saw the lobster there for cooking, I was like, oh, it looked good. It looked good
with the little tail. Just sit. Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, so I saw a lot of people on Twitter this morning were ripping Gabe Vincent on Lakers Twitter. I was like, yeah, what did he do? But he didn't really. He just was. What was he? 1 for 3, 0 for 2 last night. But he hasn't been off to a good start in his list. Strus has killed it.
Strus is killing it.
Strus has killed it.
Dude, Strus, his first game, he was 27 and 13.
I am going to say something tonight, though. I have a bold take on tonight's game because the Heat play the Bucks. Heat v. Lillard
already.
Now Lillard stunk yesterday. I think Lillard had a donut, if I'm not mistaken.
No points?
I think he had no points yesterday.
What?
It was either no points or hit no baskets.
Dodge the bullet.
Let's see.
No way.
I think he had
Lillard didn't have any points.
I
find that hard to
believe. He got goose egg last night.
That dude's a professional.
Damian Lillard last night had 6 points. I'm sorry. 6 points, 2 for 12. So maybe it was like the first half he had 0 points, but still 6 points, 2 for 12.
Yeah.
Far cry from his first game where he was amazing. But I have a bold take on tonight's game.
Hold on. I need to look at you sometimes because I need to see what bold take direction you're going to go. Is it going to be silly sauce? Is it going to be, Heat and 6? Is it going to be, or is it going to be a serious
take? It's a serious take.
Which means no, it's not.
It's a serious take.
Go, Marcos. If you had to,
you can either agree with me.
If you had,
you don't have to agree with me. This is just my feeling.
If you had to place money, how close is this? Is going to be serious basketball talk, or how close is it going to be towards silly sauce?
No, this is, you can always tell by
the smirk,
the tone of his
voice.
I
think the Heat fan is a little bit uneasy right now. They've had 3 terrible fourth quarters.
Yep.
They nearly blew it against
no closer.
The Pistons.
Somebody hasn't identified themselves as the guy.
It's been Tyler's shooting like 35%, and he's shooting a gazillion shots a game. Now, him and Ben were good in this.
Can I just say this? This is who had this same kind of thing? When they gave him the keys,
I know what you're talking
and
about.
they told him to go, and he's almost like he's trying too hard.
Similar, yes. I think Tyler's
better.
Tyler's hit big shots at the end of the games before.
I'm just saying same
but
situation.
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
And like Pat Riley said, he said this is supposed to be Bam and Tyler's step-up year. And they had good games against Boston, and Boston was a really good game. Boston, I don't think the Heat looked overwhelmed against Boston. I don't think they're scared of that team. That Boston starters all played amazing. The Heat basically got hosed at the end of the game. Could have won that game. Game could have gone either way. It was a really, really good game.
It was.
And Tyler and Bam were really good in that game. The Wolves game, second out of a back-to-back. They got in at 4 a.m. No Jimmy Butler. He was resting. That annoyed a lot of people. Doesn't annoy me. Jimmy Butler, I want him ready for the playoffs. I don't need him playing back-to-backs. Jimmy Butler doesn't need to prove anything. But if there are Heat fans that don't know that, you do with that what you will. In this game, Tyler Herro was like, building a brick house. And I got to be honest with you, there's been a lot of talk in the lead up to this season. A lot of people were after he had to deal with a lot of rumors, which I'm sure wasn't easy. There was a lot of talk that he has become a more efficient player, that he was making decisions.
Yes.
I got to be honest with you, I have not seen anything different from Tyler Herro. Not that he's bad.
He just looks like
the same. He looks the same. There's nothing. I have not seen anything different. He's not getting to the free throw line more. He is not making quicker reads. He looks like he's playing the same version of Tyler Herro, which is a good player. But like to think that he's completely like
Here.
changed or flipped something, I haven't seen that yet.
Question. Can that guy we're talking about right now be a point guard?
No.
Okay.
But he hasn't been yet because Kyle's been decent since the opener. The next couple games he's been okay.
Yeah. Well, so somebody got to him and said, "Hey, you mind
Taking a shot?
Yeah,
Take a shot, dude.
because he's good. He's a good shooter."
That being said, no pressure on tonight. But Tyler, this is the biggest game of his career.
That's your hot take?
This is the biggest
This is
game.
a fourth game.
Yes, this is the biggest game of Tyler
Are you
Herro's career.
serious?
All the noise coming off that Wolves game, shooting 37% in his hometown versus Damian Lillard, who you were in rumors with all summer. This is the biggest game of Tyler Herro's career. That's my bold take.
Wow.
I would like to.
That's a good take.
I would
That's a good
like.
take.
I would
Good
like.
take.
I
That's
would
tough.
like-
That's tough.
Hometown game, that's tough. No?
They booed him
What do you mean?
because he didn't go to Wisconsin.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
So what kind of homecoming is that going to be?
I don't know. Biggest game of his career.
You think
Yeah.
bigger than the playoff games and stuff?
Well, he didn't play in the playoffs last year. And the year before that, he got hurt in the middle of it. I mean, we could probably go with the early Eastern Conference Finals games. But, like, yeah, I think, because when you're a cute teenager in the bubble, everything's gravy, baby. Like, it's not like nobody was looking for Tyler Herro to do anything in the bubble. He just did. He was awesome. But it was like a nice surprise. Look at this young rookie.
Now there's expectation.
Now
You got
there's
the
expectation.
money.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Biggest.
But-
You don't disagree with me.
No.
You
I
don't
do.
disagree with me.
I do agree with you. I do disagree with you simply because it's the damn
It's game
fourth
4?
game. Yeah, hey, our hearts are going to be on the table at this rate in December, right? There's Marcos. There's no way we can survive the season if this is how we're reacting for game
Did you
4.
see how our exposure?
Do you understand
I understand.
that we're gonna need a defibrillator up in here?
Did you see how mad Eric Spoelstra was at game 2 at the referee? He wanted to kill him.
Wow.
He wanted to
Yes.
kill that official.
He was pissed.
He was so mad about that call not being a backcourt.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "You went to review and you changed the review. That's not the play you reviewed. That's bull bleep. You can't do that."
Hey, that was game 2.
I know. He's a maniac.
Dude.
He goes, "No. He goes, "But we went back. We switched it to the other call. The foul was earlier." No, you
Right,
can't
that's
do
what
that.
You were
You
going to
can't do
evaluate
that.
if that was a foul. He calls a timeout, and then you go back into play and say, "But he fouled him there."
Yeah.
Like you can't watch the whole game,
Yeah, that's not fair.
right? Wait, that's my question. Aren't they only supposed to review
That's what
when
the-
they called the foul?
Right.
They go back 5 seconds earlier and go, "It was a reach in earlier."
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Spo. No, you can't do that. He lost his mind.
He lost his mind. Even even he even looks calm when he's mad as hell. Right? Because he
Bam out of the Bayou says he's not even shooting over 40% now. He's not.
who?
Tyler.
Yeah, no. He give it. I mean, it's game 4, dude. Stop.
Biggest game of his career
Oh, you are.
tonight.
You know what? You're just like Florida Wiggy.
What do you mean? Don't say I'm Florida Wiggy.
You are. You Florida Wiggy. Because I just heard Wiggy saying some things now.
Wiggy on
And
WEEI.
he say, just imagine how good this team would be with a good quarterback.
With a good quarterback.
Let me
The guy who's leading the league in passing?
let me explain something to people, right? There is no one way to play a position in the NFL, right? We all look for certain traits that would identify with playing a position well. When the quarterback gets drafted, here's what they say. Strong arm, can make all the throws, right? But that don't matter if his decision-making is poor, because he's throwing it with accuracy to the wrong guy, right? There's some quarterbacks that come into the league and they have strong arms, they got big bodies, but they're known as being inaccurate.
Mhm.
Some of those things don't ever change. I never met an inaccurate quarterback in college that all of a sudden became accurate.
Mhm.
The two traits that Tua has that separates him from a lot of quarterbacks in this league is his decision making and his accuracy. Things that travel, things that from every level of football, if you say that quarterback's accurate, that's always going to play out, and you're always going to have some positive things happen with that quarterback. And he makes good decisions. He throws it where nobody wants to throw. He eats in the middle of the field.
Mhm.
Most of these coaches and coordinators and guys who draft quarterbacks want them to be able to rip it outside so you can keep it away from the defense. And he does all these things well, yet some people still look at Tua as if he's not an excellent quarterback.
It's crazy.
It's great. Get over yourself. It is okay. You were wrong. Admit it. Move on and stop grasping at straws to try to legitimize
He's not the only
your
one.
dumb take.
Could you imagine being a Patriots fan and you've seen this guy do something against your team that nobody's done in the history of football?
Right.
Against Bill Belichick. He's never you have never seen your team beat that quarterback. And somehow,
With all the
some way-
tricks, with all the
and he's
tricks.
not the only one. I saw another dope on Nessun or one of them, Nesquick, whatever their stupid network is up there. He's like, I think if they were a better quarterback, who? Mahomes? Okay, maybe.
Who? Go ahead. Who else? Who else is going to be that accurate in the middle of the field?
Guess
Name,
what?
I'll wait. Name a quarterback. You got Patrick Mahomes, right?
Like, Mahomes is the best. No doubt. But here's the thing. Didn't do this with Tyreek Hill.
No.
Didn't do it.
No.
NFL record. There is nobody who has
And-
done it faster than the Cheetah. And his quarterback is Tua. More 40-yard hookups than anybody in the league by twice as many as anybody in the league. And you still want to disparage him, you chowder-eating bastards. Back after this.
Listen to WQAM for Cat. It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Let us get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Dolphins beat the Patriots 31-17. Tua, he threw for 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Tyreek Hill, 8 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. He crossed the 1,000-yard mark in 8 games. Jaylen Waddle, 7 catches, 121 yards, season high, and a touchdown. We got to see the Waddle. What do we think of Stephen Ross's Waddle?
I mean, that was R-rated Waddle.
Ooh, he was very sensual.
Hey, he wasn't going side to side. He was hip thrusting.
He's like, ooh.
Yeah. Like,
Jaylen Waddle made him feel feelings. Like he gave a big old smooch to his lady.
Hey,
Garfinkel
you
was
know
like,
what? Listen.
He's a genie in a waddle.
What that guy has put into this org.
Hold on. What? Excuse me?
No, you didn't.
No. What is he?
He's a genie in a waddle. You gotta rub him the right way.
That's a point, you rascal.
Point for Muggles.
It's all in the hips.
All right, Chubbs. Calm down.
It's all in the hips.
Oh, Christina Aguilera.
But it's just, you know, but like, did you see him? Like,
Oh, my God.
There was nothing, that was nothing close to the Waddle.
He was.
But I'm like, if you would put that much money into that area, think of the amount of money he spent on that stadium, that building, F1, tennis, all these things. Man, if you want to do some hip thrusting, go ahead. Look.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, that was definitely some.
Yeah, that's not, that's
Woo.
very, look, that is one nasty penguin. Look at him.
Whoa.
that penguin ain't waddling. Like,
Nice.
they have to put the cover up with the cross and 18 over if they were doing any
That
kind
man,
of penguin movie.
I think Jaylen Waddle, whenever he gets to his extension talks, he goes, you know you want to keep me.
You know.
You know you want to keep me. Come on. What are you going to do? Not do that dance at every game, Mr. Ross?
You think they're going to address that on Hard Knocks?
I hope so.
Oh, they have to.
I think part of Hard Knocks is just Stephen Ross wants to show off all his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He goes, here's the racetrack I built, and here's the tennis courts I built, and here's our slide.
Rolling loud.
You think anybody's? Yeah, you guys ever? You think anybody still uses that slide? That was such a
No.
big deal when the facility opened.
Only Christian Wilkins.
yes,
He's the only
yes.
And the rookies, they make the rookies take the slide.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, what
So
a
much
day.
fun.
Let's hear a little bit from the Dolphins. First, let's hear from Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, he scored a touchdown yesterday, but he did not celebrate. He ran right to the bench very fast, as the cheetah is one to do. And here is why Tyreek Hill says he's done doing celebrations.
You know what? Our coach, he does a great job of, setting plays up. So me and Tua had obviously talked about how their safeties play, and we run so many in cuts that the safeties try to drive our in cuts. And it was just a situation where me and Tua just had a conversation about, hey, these guys are sitting, and once you do your play action fakes, the corner is even driving. So Tua did a fantastic job of selling the fake, the corner and the safety bit up, and the rest was history. And the celebration, I'm just tired of these fines. The NFL, they fine me so much. They've been finding small ways to find me. Like they even tried to find me for my shirt today, and I'm like, what's going on with that? So I don't want to be a part of no NFL fine list no more for the rest of the year. Like I'm sick of it.
What? His shirt?
Did you see
Yeah,
the?
because you got to tuck it in.
Ugh.
Did you see though the celebration that him and Mostert did?
Oh, that was good.
Did you see
Power
that?
walking.
The power walking. So they finally had their race in the end zone, Leroy, and they did power walking, and then Cheetah pulled up lane with a and then he just fell over. This team is so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. They're even
And
more fun.
the thing is that I've been on teams that were fun and terrible, and I've been on teams that were fun and very good. And I think you need to have that, not when times are great, but when times get tough, when you get in those tough spots where you can go to your guy and say, come on, we need this.
It's like Garth Brooks said.
And nobody is offended that you coming at them or trying to hold each other accountable because they know it comes from a place of we boys, right? Now, every time I have something good to say, this guy what did you say about Garth Brooks?
It's like Garth Brooks said.
What?
Having friends in low places.
Huh.
No, it is not what I was saying.
What is that? Is that a Garth Brooks song?
Yeah, it's because where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases your blues away. I'll be okay.
Oh, okay.
Really? So now that's what the locker room is.
Yeah.
When you made it sound, no,
It's not?
no, you. Why do I even? Like, I'm trying to bring smarts and education to this conversation, and I'm dealing with a knucklehead. Like, it's like, ooh, look, iguana. Ooh, look, and you get mad at me for talking about the damn. Oh, by the way, oh no, Chandler.
I know.
Oh man,
Matthew Perry
in a hot tub.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
That was I was one of those where like it wasn't a surprising celebrity yet because he's been battling a lot of demons his whole life, but still sad because he's been pretty public about all that stuff. So
like it. You know what? I think being public about things only works if you stop. Right? Some people complain or talk about their shortcomings to comfort themselves and continuing to do it. Right? Like, I'm okay with it.
I think the thing with him that like I think he was like open about this in his book and stuff like that, where he was like he's like he knew it was gonna be something he can never shake. But one of the things that I think they did was good because he made so much money is apparently he did like a lot of he's like, I knew I couldn't help myself, but I helped a lot of people get sober along the way.
Right.
So it did seem like something that meant a lot to him. He just couldn't shake, but it's still heartbreaking.
It's hard. Yeah. He's what, 51?
Yeah, 53, something
53,
like that.
something like that. He wasn't very old.
Crazy.
I'm like, man, I questioned whether I'd get in my hot tub. I did.
Of course.
Yeah. Come on. This excellent tea, especially when it's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's great hot tub time.
Oh, yeah. You get in there and then the water's cool. You get in the cool and fresh. Oh, yes. Excellent. I'll be in there tonight watching to see which between you and JFig. Oh,
I feel like one day I'm going to go over to Casa Leroy and it's going to be him and Stephen Ross in the hot tub.
Nah, that thing is
watching Michigan game.
That I'd be afraid that if Stephen Ross came over to my house and saw my little jacuzzi, he'd just build another one. This is for when I come over.
Right? You think your jacuzzi is just for his feet?
I'm telling you. Oh man, I love stretching. Makes everything feel better. Not too much. I don't get in there too long.
You feel like Stephen Ross has one of those giant Scarface tubs, but instead of rubber duckies, now he has rubber waddles.
Where?
Like little penguins.
Where?
Garfinkel, come in here. Yes, Mr. Ross. Let's go have the manufacturer make some aqua and orange rubber duckies, but make them penguins with little 17s on them. Genius, Mr. Ross. We'll get right on that.
Squeak, squeak.
Oh man, like you get. So I mean, that's being pretty frugal. Because I know some people that have gold in their apartment.
Oh yeah,
Trump has gold everything. His splurge is plastic waddles. Right? The guy's got houses all over the world. You think he needs to make a major announcement to have plastic penguins in his pool? No.
Well, you want to check in with WEEI?
I heard a little bit earlier and I got so annoyed.
Here is
like instead of talking about how bad their team is, they're trying to discredit Tua.
Yeah,
Like-
we're sorry we're related to them. This is our sister station, WEEI. That's what they had to say.
You picked Tua off early. You got your hands on a bunch of other opportunities. In that game, it looked like Tua really wanted to give you the game. And I've
2 minutes into the game,
they won. Everybody's been pushing on Tua. And that's why I think Tua's just I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think if they had a real quarterback in Miami, like a good one.
Yeah. Well, they're still they're 6-2.
No, I know that, but if you look at how the
I think he's doing a fine job.
Yeah, but if you look at how the Patriots really played him and frustrated him, if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, no, he's hurt. But if there's a kid like Joe Burrow or somebody like that with those type of weapons, I don't think that it looks as bad. And the Patriots did a great job for the most part, unless they let a guy run down the field. But
for the most
frustrating him, getting him off his spot, they had an opportunity defensively to create multiple turnovers like Courtney's.
Hold on. let me explain to you guys why that comment is almost as ridiculous as what Stephen A said. Here's why. What is one of the best traits of Tua Tagovailoa?
Accuracy.
He gets rid of the ball quicker than
gets rid of the ball
any
quick.
quarterback in the league. Now,
and
they had a quarterback who did this and only threw 5-yard passes and is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Right? But most of his passes at the end of part of his year, even winning a Super Bowl, were 5 or 6 yards down the field. That is not up for dispute. It's true. Tua's throwing the ball down the field and getting rid of it in 2.5 seconds. And this knucklehead is talking about getting him off his spot. If I'm a Patriots player, I'm saying, we're trying. He's getting rid of the ball too quick.
He's had coaches flustered after these games.
Right.
It's like, I don't know.
It makes no sense. When you play against Miami and you bring somebody off the slot, he can't get there in a regular pass pattern that this team is running. So why blitz? You can't. The only way you can get pressure is up the middle in hopes that you bat the ball. But if you do that and you try to get pressure up the middle and they run a sweep or they run that quick pass outside to one of the receivers, you are toast. So, Wiggy or anybody else, you know so much about football, game plan for that. Because it's hard. It's hard when they're accurate and they don't make mistakes offensively.
Also, we're acting like Joe Burrow doesn't have great weapons.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. That is a trait of good quarterbacks. They usually have great weapons. And the only reason why it didn't work for Tom Brady, because he only threw the ball 5 yards down the field.
Yeah.
And his stud player was Gronk.
Or a garden gnome.
Right. So you have that very similar situation.
Not you, that's the other one.
In Kansas City right now. Who are their other weapons besides Kelsey? Because every time I see a Kansas City receiver with a ball thrown to him, they drop it.
Yeah. Well, that was a tough loss for them yesterday.
Oh, no, that was terrible.
I kind of don't like the fact that they lost.
Me neither. It's kind of like the Eagles thing. Like I
picked them.
I wish that they would have. I wish they would have won, so they go into this Germany game.
Drop pass, right in his hands.
Yeah.
Taylor's not coming to Germany, is she?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Hopefully not, dude.
Did she go to this game?
I don't think she did.
I know if 305
Kevin Harlan did
is Mr. Worldwide, she's Mrs. Worldwide, because they ain't nowhere in this world she can't go where people don't know who Taylor Swift is.
Oh, definitely not.
Nobody.
But she doesn't have to. You don't want to go to Germany, Taylor. Why don't you
Why
stay
not?
home?
She's on tour, isn't she?
I think the Dolphins are already. I think they're leaving today.
Yeah,
because they want to go. Mike McDaniel wants them to go see the country.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. You can do that when you're 6-2.
What? What?
Dude,
You don't want to see some schnitzel?
I do a show with one. Need to go to another country. Why did you? Hey, he's like, who is it? Joke. Come on in. Like you just let me in. What do you? Why? Like, do you? Have we not done the show long enough that he knew what was coming? right? Everybody else is like, ooh.
Take a break. Back out of this.
Almost hello.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy with you here on 560 WQAM.
You know what I love about people, right?
Yeah, tell me, dude.
So I make the comment about Brady throwing 5-6 yard passes, which he won a Super Bowl MVP doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can go look at the numbers. It's a fact. I didn't say anything negative about Tom Brady, but those things are facts. But yet, you have a quarterback that's throwing the ball down the field in that same period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're treating them like Tom Brady. But here's what happens as career goes on, right? The aura of you as a player picks up about, is greater than what you're actually doing. That last Super Bowl, Tom Brady, not the one in Tampa, but the last Super Bowl he won in New England against Atlanta, right? Was it Atlanta?
No, the last one he won was against the Rams. It was like 13-6 or something like that.
Right. That was a terrible game.
Terrible game.
Right. But he won the MVP. With did he have 200 yards passing? It was close.
Did he win MVP that game?
I think so.
I don't think so.
All right, go look. What year was that? Against the Rams? So,
overrated.
Yeah, it's not that he's overrated. It's that, listen, you come up with a game plan to beat the team across from you. And if you have the talent makes that look.
Edelman won MVP.
Edelman won.
Yeah.
Okay. But how many yards did you say how many yards Tom Brady had?
I can get
it. And so, stop. What I'm saying is not a knock on Tom Brady. It is what it is. But those are facts. Those are facts.
Tom Brady in that game, 21 of 35, 262, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Edelman, he had 10 catches for 141 yards. I think he had a really clutch catch in that game to give him something. So, yeah. But, I'm not saying, I'm not even saying Tom Brady, if you gave Tom Brady Tyreek Hill, we've seen when Tom Brady has.
He had Randy Moss. They broke an NFL record.
When Tom Brady's had amazing weapons, that's kind of part of the weirdness that has been the Patriots. They never did that with him.
They did it once. And that was the year they went undefeated and lost to the Giants.
It's kind of inevitable, the whole Belichick thing. That's kind of funny about it. And I don't really want to talk a lot of time about these losers. But Belichick, Tom Brady's whole point was, give me weapons, I can still do this. He went to a place where they gave him weapons. He did it. And Bill Belichick is out here trying to beat us with Devontae Parker.
Right. We know.
Don't
worry.
He's trying to beat them with a team that was elite, not even elite, a team that was maybe scary in 2016 with Zeke Elliott and Devontae Parker. This is what he's trying out there.
Well, the other issue is that we all know, because we're familiar with this, is that Devontae Parker's going to go on a 4-week vacation.
He did get lit up.
He got lit up.
He
was woozy.
That was a hit.
You saw him when he was walking in the tunnel.
And then what happened to with Brandon Jones with Schuster?
Oh yeah,
broken that up.
But that was a good play, good football play.
No, it was, but I guess they got mad because he looked at him. I don't know.
Yeah, but they didn't even they called it, but it wasn't. I think sometimes we react to a guy being hurt more than what happens, right?
For sure.
So I think that was it, because afterwards he went over and apologized. You okay? He did. So
yeah, he did.
It wasn't. There's certain guys that do stuff like that we know.
That's one of those, I think, that just got mad because he stared, but also the game's over anyway,
Right.
So it's I think tensions were a little bit high there, but
that's what happens when people who don't normally run the ball get the ball to run.
Yeah.
Just watch out. Watch out.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Here's Mike McDaniel. He says that they're going to go enjoy them some Germany. McCoachin.
That's always. Can you imagine Mike McDaniel just making observations walking the streets of Germany? That right there. To be honest with you, this is when the show should start.
What do they make in Germany? Cuckoo clocks?
No way. There's no way they make
bratwurst, sauerkraut.
So that's it. That's all they make is just.
Isn't there good cheese? They're known
German
for
chocolate.
Mustard.
What?
Yes.
I thought that was
Germans
French.
are known for mustard. No, I think Germans are known for mustard. They have. Yes.
You sure?
Pull it up.
Does something like that though, Leroy? Like when you have a coach like Belichick,
Uh-huh.
who I assume isn't gonna allow people to have fun in Germany.
No, see,
Does that make you feel good?
That's a misnomer.
What?
Because I'll tell you a story. We went out to San Diego, right? And we went out on a Friday. And we get there, we have like a meeting or whatever. And Belichick comes to the meeting and says, "Hey, I have 7 vans outside. I have 7 coaches getting in these vans with a credit card. If you go out with them, everything's taken care of, right? And you have to be back at 1. If you're not with them and you're on your own, you got to be back by 12. So there were guys like hung out with these coaches and these guys that went out, had a good time and whatever. And so I do think that that's a misnomer with a lot of coaches is that, oh, this guy is too much of a hard ass to not, allow his guys to have some fun. I just think they're worried about distractions in general. Coaches are paranoid about that.
You got McCoach in here, Marcos?
There's so many people that haven't been to Germany, and I kind of wanted to get settled and have post Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That was more routine, as well as I didn't want people, you have a player day off. Why don't you use that to see the sights as opposed to getting there late? And I was kind of nervous about people trying to cram in sightseeing. So, I think it provides an opportunity to go as a team, spend time together, spend the player day off together, and, further cement some memories for us to hold on to as we progress.
It's cool. The only thing that sucks about it is like Tyreek gave voice to this yesterday is like, you don't get the game for Tyreek doesn't get to go back to Arrowhead. That's the only thing that's a little bit of a downer.
Yeah.
Probably more positive from, I guess, a competitive standpoint because you don't want to go on the road. You're not going on the road.
When are these games determined? Are they determined the previous season or well in advance? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They announced this in the middle of the summer because I remember Tyreek did an interview where he said, we're going back to Arrowhead. And then they switched it up probably weeks later. And they said, no, that's going to be an international game in Germany. But this is technically a road game because the Dolphins have their home games.
They got all their home games. They got 9 home games this year. Right.
So, but he mentioned he's like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but he's going to get his chance. He says he's going to troll his old quarterback, which of course.
So what is Germany famous for? Mustard.
No, it's not famous for mustard.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yes, I'm telling you.
What about chocolate?
Chocolate. Everybody knows German chocolate.
You love German
cake.
chocolate.
Exactly.
But that's not German.
So you
Dude,
agree.
everybody knows the French do mustard.
Hey, you're buffoons.
French is
Just because it says German in the front don't mean they
Grey's
specialize
Poupon?
in it.
Great. Oh yeah, that's true.
French is
I'm
mustard.
telling you.
French is
So,
mustard.
I'm
Dude,
telling
it's
you.
not Germany who's famous
listen,
for mustard. It's
listen,
not. You're wrong.
Every person that I've known that has gone to Germany has brought me back
That's because
mustard.
they're having schnitzel. You're obviously going to have some schnitzel with a little mustard on your schnitzel.
Need a little mustard on
Do
your
you even know
schnitzel.
what schnitzel is?
No,
Is that the same
It's
as brats?
No.
What's
It's
with
like
schnitzel?
I think it's
It's
like
Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay. All right.
dude. You are never allowed to leave the country. You're gonna embarrass all Americans. Dude. No, it's like I think it's like a pastry or something. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. I hope.
Is it irresponsible to ask if Andrew Von Ginkel is going to see some family?
I think you're right about.
He
mustard.
looks like he would look good in some lederhosen, though.
Snitch. Okay, dish.
Think he owns his own?
Von Ginks?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoa. Oh, nothing like it.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What do you said? Nothing like it.
Look at the picture of Schnitzel. It's nothing. What are we talking about?
No, you got to put Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh yeah, that's where you're missing it.
No, look, it's a food too. Look, right here, Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah,
same thing.
And it's not. It doesn't look like a sausage.
Huh? thin breaded pan fried.
Mm.
Oh, it's veal.
Oh,
Schnitzel is veal.
I had no
It
idea.
looks delicious.
It does look good.
Oh man, breaded.
Get me some schnitzel.
Dude,
I just don't like this.
stop. Stop. Wait, let me see. One more. Why? Since we're on the roll.
Hmm?
Our
By the way, Dijon mustard.
German.
It's another French mustard there.
Dude,
German
mustard's French.
famous
So French.
Hey,
for
Yeah.
don't ignore me.
mustard.
It's
Oh,
not.
beer.
Yeah,
Beer,
it's
yeah,
obviously
German
famous for
Schnitzel
beer.
Yep.
Hold on.
Cars? Don't they
Hey,
do cars?
hey, ready?
Yeah.
Mustard has been popular in Germany since the medieval ages. However, it was also used to flavor much of the at the time bland food in the country. due
Yeah,
to lack
because
of
they probably were like,
spices.
hey, these French, they got a mustard. It's pretty good.
Wow.
What do Germans call mustard?
All right, we're going to break.
WQAM broadcasting live.
Bum, 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 bum.
This guy's a ball. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. He has been a complete jackass today.
Whoa.
He has been, dude.
Why?
Because he's like trying to spout off to like all the PDs. He's like,
Whoa.
Germany, famous for mustard.
Oh, he's still
Can't give him one famous German mustard.
I can't read German.
What's mustard?
Heinz.
Oh my goodness! Hey, like, you know what? You're not cultured enough for me to have this conversation with you.
Wow.
You're an imbecile. You're a simpleton.
Okay,
You're a simpleton.
all right.
Jeez.
Wait. Okay, Marcos.
Yes.
I want you to look me in the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to say, "What do you think of a friend that comes to you and says, French's mustard is French?" Thank you.
Wait, so my Heinz argument for mustard is you're not gonna look high upon that, I'm assuming then.
What is it?
Is Heinz German?
I mean,
But it's for
sounds
ketchup.
German.
Doesn't ketchup their OG?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, then it's not famous because Heinz' most famous product is ketchup, not mustard.
No way. Heinz' most famous product is the field. Heinz Field.
-1.
Heard.
I don't know.
-1.
I don't know why you guys don't believe me when I say Germany's known for mustard.
I don't think so.
Because they're
It
not.
is.
If we were on Family Feud, none of the 100 would say mustard. None of them.
True.
No, they would say beer,
Chocolate.
Cars,
cars,
brats,
brats.
clocks.
Drinking out of boots.
That's
That's
awesome.
Australia, you dummy.
Is it?
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
See?
So
Anyway.
no chance Tyreek does that?
Drinks out of a boot?
Drinks out of his cleat after scoring?
No, I mean, if they were in Australia, it'd be a great celebration.
Gotcha.
What do we got today, Leroy, for game balls and game bombs?
My game ball.
Wrong.
Huh? My game ball is gonna go to Miami, the Canes, because that was an ugly game, but you managed to win it. And I wanted to follow it up by giving them a game bum at the same time, but I'm not going to do it simply
Why?
because you just beat the team that you lost to,
Mhm.
and you lost another game because of your own doing.
Yep. They've
And
gotten very good at kneeling, by the way. That I just want to
Being 7-1,
very
we if this team was one game difference, we'd feel so much different
absolutely
about this team.
If
And-
you
and
told me
it's-
their only
it's
loss,
unfortunate.
their only loss this year would have been in North Carolina. You're having
Right.
a very good season.
You're
Like,
having
look,
a great
they've
season.
been. This was an ugly game.
It was.
This was an ugly game.
No, ugly. They would have to play better to get to ugly. But I'm a big fan of this. You get out of the game with a win.
I am too.
You can live with it.
Especially this season. I'm not.
Especially this season, right? So, I don't know what to make of Tyler Van Dyke. He's not having a good
I don't
year.
know because
I don't
it's
know if
like
he's hurt.
I don't know. It feels like because every time it feels like he stinks, we say he's hurt. I don't know, but he's thrown some woof. He's had some woof.
And here's what I would say about that.
But he looked great earlier in the year. But I don't know if it's a competition thing.
There's a difference, right, in playing poorly because of your inability to throw and playing poorly because you're making poor decisions. He's making poor decisions right now. So I don't know how much of that you can put around health. Maybe it's because he feels healthier than he is and he's trying to make throws that physically he can't make. I don't know. But it just looks like he's just chucking it up there.
Yep.
With no type of decision making or whatever. And conversely, if you look at Tua, the ball always, like, you may trick Tua, but that ball is always going to an open dude.
Well,
right?
They got the win. They're 6-2 now, 2-2 in the conference. They got NC State coming up. It was cool to see Cam Kitchens get a pick 6 after what he went through earlier in the year.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
Oh, he is their guy, right?
he's a baller.
Right.
He's a baller.
Okay.
Defense played really well. They were doing a really great job. They move on.
Yep.
But it is annoying. Yes, you're like if you would have gone this year, it's like, hey, the only loss is in North Carolina. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Right.
But
So
they're bouncing back. They're bouncing back. They're getting wins.
That's the point. You have to start this process off somewhere, and the way you start that off is, listen, as we build, as we get better, as we get more consistent, as we get this culture that everybody talks about in, to where it's second nature, right? The first thing you have to do is take care of business when you need to take care of business. Let's not hurt ourselves, right? You only did that one time, right? And it wasn't even the players. So from that standpoint, they're a better organized team than they were last year. It's hard to tell if the talent's better, right?
Yep.
So, but kudos to them for winning. Find a way to win these ugly games, man. It's not gonna always look pretty, but you get a win. That's good. They're 6-2. Good for them. They already surpassed their win total of last year.
Winning regulation. That's not
right.
That's not tough. That's not tough.
And all these
overtime. That's tough.
Right.
That's tough. That's tough. Over tough.
And my game bum. I was going to give it to the Cleveland Browns because you got the best defense in the league, yet Geno Smith went right down the field and scored a touchdown, which is unacceptable.
Miles Garrett didn't do his best impression on it,
and you made me lose.
Yeah,
right. So that's a whole nother issue.
See, the thing that's going to be interesting now is like you're not going to be just at a point where you just don't want to lose because now you don't like Froggy Marcos. I'm not just talking about your regular.
Hey,
he doesn't like Froggy football expert Marcos.
He needs some humble pie.
He needs some humble pie. So now you're
prognosticators strikes again.
Hey, my game bum. Right. Listen, I don't know how else to put this, but Tyson Fury, have some self-respect. Don't go in there and get beat by a one-timer. What is wrong with you? And he's never fighting that dude again. No chance.
Barely escaped.
Never.
This time.
No way.
280.
If you heard Stipe talk after he fought Francis Ngannou,
and
they pushed back the fight. By the way, the fight with Usyk, he pushed it back.
Yeah.
So don't tell me you didn't get beat up in that fight because he was supposed to fight Usyk for the undisputed title in 2 months.
Oh, really?
You saw the.
He just pushed it back.
They just pushed it back yesterday.
To another?
Probably like February.
When was it supposed to be? January or?
It was supposed to be December 20th, something like that.
Yeah,
Right.
It's supposed to be like 6 weeks from now or something like that.
Oh no, he got man. You get up,
man.
Now, do they do that because he got knocked down and there's a rule behind how soon you can fight? Because I know they have to go through all these things where you can't just keep fighting these quick turnarounds. You have to pass a certain level of testing, right?
His testing was he got his ass kicked.
No, I know.
And that's what the thing is so everybody out here, all these, see what I found pathetic about this was the boxing fan who was trying to be like, oh, look, he clearly outboxed him. No, he didn't. No, hey, and
we're trying to justify.
And this is the thing that drives me crazy because like I have to get into arguments with the dum-dums because I straddle the fence. I'm on both sides of this. I'm a boxing fan and I'm an MMA fan. And I'm telling you as somebody who's watched a lot of Tyson Fury's career, I've never seen him look that bad. He didn't outbox him. He fought like an absolute trash can. It looked like he hadn't trained for the fight. I bet you if he would have trained, he'll probably do a lot better against Francis the next time. He won't because he won't have the balls to go in there with him. But Francis Ngannou absolutely won that fight. This is not a dispute. He pushed the action. He hit the bigger shots, had the biggest moment of the fight. And Tyson Fury is no longer heavyweight champion of the world in my eyes. Francis Ngannou is. That's the rules. I'm sorry.
The fact that we're having this conversation is why Tyson Fury gets my game bump.
Damn.
Shouldn't even be a first timer.
Have you even seen the knockdown yet?
No.
Ooh, let's go.
So good too. I was so impressed with so many
Big
things
tree
he did.
fall hard.
Look.
You knew he punched.
That wasn't even a real.
No, he got dude. Boom. He hit him. That boy's
Oh,
strong.
and he dancing in front of him.
He's like,
Ooh, look at him eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at all that.
I told you, Leroy. I told you, dude. He hurt him.
That was legit.
He hurt him, dude. He hurt him. He's dancing on him. And then, like, even in the 8th round, people are like, oh, he didn't win another round. Dude, look, he was pushing the action in this 8th round. Tyson Fury, they go to Tyson Fury's wife after this 8th round, and she's worried about her husband because Francis Ngannou is a monster.
Yep.
He is a monster.
Oh, look at all the hugging. Lot of goodness.
I'm telling you, dude.
You can't tell he's an MMA guy.
I'm telling you.
Right, you can't-
People are acting like
you
this
can't
guy came in
tell.
there. He is, and I gotta say, this guy from the damn UFC ousting this guy and saying good luck, and he goes and does that. There's just something special about him because I remember his first fight against Stipe, where he got so outclassed, but Stipe, but he hurt Stipe in that fight, but he just got dominated after the first round. He didn't know how to go. From that time on, this guy has been such a dog.
Mhm.
He went and won against Cyril Gane, who's supposedly the more well-rounded fighter. 2 torn knees, Leroy. He was down 2 rounds. He just out-grappled him the rest of the fight.
Right.
And they're like, oh, Francis can't do that. And now he goes out there in the ring with the Gypsy King. And he knocks him down. And in my eyes, beat him over those 10 rounds.
Oh, here we go. You ready? Smeeth Smonik has chimed in.
Oh, boy.
Hey, idiots. Fury took a dive. That's how rematches work. Grow up. He ain't fighting Ngannou again.
He's not.
No,
He's not.
he's not fighting him again.
And I'm going to tell you, like, Tyson Fury was, I always think the interview right after it happens is the most telling. Before you get to your handlers, before you get to your PR people, you usually tell the most truth. And he said, that guy's giving me a tougher fight than most boxers. It was a close fight. He said that, it was a flash knockdown, but the only flash I saw was before his eyes. That's the only thing I saw.
Yeah, you saw that on the ground. He was saying, whoa, what just happened?
What? He's like, I don't understand. What do you mean? And, like Tyson Fury's not always had the most. He can get knocked down, but you didn't expect to get knocked down by a guy who's never boxed.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact right there. That was, I mean, holy smokes. But it wasn't like put it this way, when who did he fight that knocked him down 3 times?
Wilder.
When he fought Wilder, those were like, we thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
He had one where he probably got a long count in the first fight.
Right. But those were, that was like a graze.
Well, that's the thing though. No, but like think about that. That was a graze and it put his big ass down.
I know.
He weighs 280 pounds.
And
I also noticed he would do this to Wilder where he would lean up against him.
Oh, he could do that. That was another big thing.
He could not do
He's
that
right
with
about
Francis.
that. Remember how good he was at leaning his weight? He
right.
couldn't do that to him because Francis would be like, "Hey, playa, I'm an MMA fighter. You can't wrestle me
Right.
with your weight." And he just took him like moving him. So Tyson Fury couldn't bully him.
Right.
Could not.
And it's one of the great things about having an MMA background is he knows how to move his body in tight windows to kind of get out of those things.
Francis was awesome, man. He's awesome.
So you think he's now got a boxing career?
He could fight whoever he wanted to. There's no way he could fight Wilder. He could fight Joshua.
Ooh.
He could fight any of those guys
we were
for
talking
oodles
about
of money. Yeah,
So-
he could fight any of those guys for tons of money.
So would you go Joshua or Wilder?
I'd love to see him versus Wilder. I bet Joshua's the bigger money because if they could do it in England. But oh man, Wilder versus him. Whew.
Wilder is on a little bit of a hiatus. That old ear bleed thing.
He came back. He's fought like 3 times since then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
take a quick break. Back after this.
the f got into you?
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Let us get to a little cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius Party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drink, the official energy drink of your Florida Panthers. Leroy,
what's up?
You were boots on the ice this week, dude.
Yeah, man.
What was it
Awesome.
like at the Amerant Bank Arena this weekend?
Little annoyed that they got out to a two-goal deficit, but they came back really quick. I mean, they scored twice quickly. And I'm telling you, sitting there watching Bob firsthand.
Cool, right?
Work.
Yeah.
Dude does work. And it's amazing how good you can be for so long, and then the easiest of goals get by. Either because somebody's in front of you or you can't see it. But man, and listen, the Panthers could have scored 7 because they had that many opportunities.
That's why you always must be focused. Focused. Otherwise, goals get by.
And then, who's number 77?
77.
He's a giant.
He's a giant.
Oh my goodness.
Nikola.
Oh, he's so tall.
I love his name.
He looks like 3 hockey sticks out there.
Well, we did get our first goal of the season from one Matthew Tkachuk. Here was Doug Plagans on the call for Tkachuk's first goal of the season.
The first Panthers power play goal scored by somebody other than Sam Reinhart, who's been so red hot with the man advantage. Forsling gets one there, though. Long shot tipped, and they score off the faceoff. Kulikov put it on net. It was tipped out front, and it looked like it was Matthew Tkachuk who was able to get a piece of that. And this game is all tied up at 2.
Damn, you saw scored 2. You saw like 3 goals in the span of 90 seconds.
Yes. Wow. It was crazy. So I was like, okay, tie game. And they were getting a lot of opportunities. Just couldn't, like open netters, and the other goalie would just swing a glove and mysteriously glove save.
Other goalie.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Panthers then would go into the third period, and it was Nick Cousins who would eventually give them the win.
And Verhage picking a pocket at center. He'll walk in offensively. It's canceled out immediately, but the puck goes to the near circle. Lewis Rayner rips it wide, rims around, leaves the zone.
This is a little pushback here in this third from Seattle.
Whoa, dumps it in, bounce out front, back in, and they score. Nick Cousins. It went right to him out in front. The Panthers get a fortunate bounce, and they take a 3-2 lead. It was dumped in by Mahura, bounced out front to Cousins, and he was there to jam it home.
Can I just say this?
Yes, sir.
I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I got shamed in spending a whole bunch of money.
Shamed?
What? Here's
By
what
Snitchy
happened.
Mouse?
No.
Oh.
Here's what happened. Me and Snitchy, my buddy Mike, and his daughter, we go to Johnny Rockets beforehand, right?
Is there a Johnny Rockets in the arena or at Sawgrass?
Sawgrass.
Okay.
Right? Took forever to park. I was so mad because then I had to get in the car and go park again.
Yeah.
So we get there, right? Mike was sitting on my sweatshirt. I forgot my sweatshirt. So now I wanted a Panther shirt anyway.
So you're going to go for a Panther sweatshirt.
I'm going for a Panther sweatshirt. So now I got some Leroys behind me. So I'm chit-chatting, taking pictures with them. I get to the front of the line. Beep. That'll be 162.
What?
I'm like, what?
Did you get a jersey?
No!
What?
I'll show you this sweatshirt.
What? This must be the nicest sweatshirt.
You should have got a jersey.
So I'm looking around. I'm like, this line is long. I can't back out now. Like, and then so
do you have a picture of the
no,
sweater? I need to see the sweater.
So then Snitchy goes, wow, Dad, that's a lot of money. And I'm like thinking, like, oh, look at the people sitting there. Like, so I ate it. You try to justify it.
I mean, is it nice? Is it comfy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
all right.
warm. It was warm.
That's good.
It was warm. And I was wondering while all the other people had these like almost fake sweatshirts, but long sleeve t-shirts.
Yeah.
Now I know why, because they looked at the price. Holy smokes. That was a mistake.
Pantherland will get you.
Oh,
what you
man.
get for stealing their food?
Along with, right? So here's where we go in. I'm like, I need to go to Pantherland. There's 17 doors. I'm trying to open all up. They go, you got to go around. You got to go around. I'm going to end up on the other side of the building because I couldn't go through one of the doors that's right there. So, yeah. But
I love the Panthers, but that is one of their dirtiest tricks to have ticket entrance right into their souvenir shop.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. So, but other than that, it was fun. Went and got took the girls. They like pretzels. I don't like pretzels.
Oh.
Right? Got a pretzel.
Germany,
got
known
a
for
little
pretzels. Okay, I'll just
see yourself out.
Yeah.
-1.
So yeah, but other than that, the game was awesome.
Yeah,
right?
you saw a good game. That's
I
awesome.
saw a good game, especially when they got down 2-0. I'm like, I might be the mush. Boop, tied up.
There you go. All right, so there you go. That is your Cat Talk, everybody. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
If you have never been to a hockey game, I don't care what you think about hockey. If you see it live, it will change your thought process of hockey.
It's
me the only sport that TV doesn't do it justice.
I agree with that. Doesn't do it justice. And I honestly think as a guy who has had young kids and brought them to sporting events, I think hockey is like the best break-in sport to bring your kid. Games get a little bit
right.
Of a
they
break.
don't get you got time to get away.
Yeah, I really like taking the kids to Panther games. But that's you're right. It doesn't do it justice being in the cold, hearing the hitting, seeing Bob save stuff.
You can't fathom how fast they are too. And like on TV, it looks like they're dumping it back and resetting. But when you're live, that happens quick.
Yep.
And the most amazing thing, here's the thing I was taken aback by. How they change lines. When you see the whole picture, like when they show you on TV, it just looks like a couple of guys bouncing in and out. But it's almost like both teams have an understanding. You switching? Yeah, we switching too. We'll pass it back. And there's 10 new guys on the ice. It's amazing to watch how fluid and quick and just the hits, and you can see the penalties. No fights. No fights. Yeah.
Panthers are back on the ice tonight, by the way. They are taking on the Boston Bruins. The puck drops at 8:00 from TD Garden.
Oh, they're up north already.
Yeah.
Man, that was only 3 games.
Little brief stint.
They'll be back in December for the Canadian swing.
And of course, we have the this is the rematch. Boston's off to a 7-0-1 start so far. So
they're doing it again.
They're trying to get out there, but now Daddy's coming to say hi. So
I don't know how that ends.
We'll see how they go. Hey, you better get some honor for us for Mac Jones stinking up the joint. We'll see. So that I'm assuming is that game on 790 tonight, Marcos?
Yes, that is because Miami Heat basketball.
The Heat play tonight. They take on the Milwaukee Bucks at 8:00 as well. So we got that for you here on 560 WQM. Those are your headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Hey,
I will
Marcos,
send you guys a picture of this sweatshirt. It's cool and it's toasty.
Does it have a throwback logo or the new logo? Oh, yeah. Panther like this or Panther like a.
I thought it was made of alpaca as much as it costs. That's alpaca. You gotta blot it. Y'all don't know where that's from. What movie is that from?
Tangibles.
No, it's from what's the dude with Denzel playing the drug kingpin?
American Gangster.
American Gangster.
Man, that was Chinchilla.
No,
he was saying that. He was saying that's the rug. To the rug.
The rug.
Yeah, the rug. I remember that. Hey, Marcos, let me ask you a question, dude.
Yeah.
You're part amphibian. You like water parks?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you can't win because you're on the show. But would you like giving one of our listeners a 4-pack to Blizzard Beach,
Whoa!
dude. Disney fans, we've got your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Disney's Blizzard Beach water park. And I'm going to give it to caller number 9. Caller number 9 right now to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560 is going to get a 4-pack of tickets to Blizzard Beach Disney water park. Check that one out. We're giving a 4-pack away every day this week. But right now, caller number 9 gets a 4-pack of tickets to Disney's Blizzard Beach water park. And if you want more info on Blizzard Beach, go to disney.com. But right now, caller 9, 305-567-0560. We'll get back into the Dolphins. A little 15 minutes of game day uncensored. Jalen Ramsey making his debut. We'll hear from the Dolphin star cornerback coming up next.
Time for South Florida Lexus dealers' 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experienced amazing.
Excuse us for the delay on YouTube and Twitch, but we were just laughing at Gabe Vincent memes during the break.
Whoa, what are they saying? What's the internet
Oh, they're
saying?
killing him.
I love that.
They're killing him. I feel bad. He's such a nice guy.
He is. But here's the difference.
How about you give Austin Reeves some business for his 1 for 14 last night?
Here's what you need.
Where's his trending?
Here's what you need.
How does he get
You need to
14
understand
shots?
this. There's a big difference, and no matter what you do, being a secondary piece, right? So here he was, other, right? He wasn't Jimmy, Bam, or Tyler. Now that he went to LA, he is their starting point guard. And that provides.
Well, this is what it comes with. This is the truth of it is, this is a sports market that is, pretty relaxed comparatively.
New York or LA.
And LA, like, they care about the Lakers very, very much. And there's going to be a lot, like, they'll overrate him to if he goes on a streak, they're going to treat him like he's Magic Johnson. But if he stinks, they're gonna want him benched within 3 games. Right. And you won't have that here. It's just not the case.
Because everybody stay the course, stay.
Now, that being said, I did declare this the biggest game of Tyler Herro's career tonight.
Yeah. So
Which it is.
We're not listening to you.
We'll get back into the Heat in just a bit, but as they take on the Bucks tonight, there is some news. Apparently, Jay Rich's positive game time decision according to Spo, so we may see the debut of Jay Rich.
How much
tonight.
difference do you think it has to make, defensively or offensively? More defensively?
Yeah, I think both. I think just filling in the marks.
You think he's going to play point guard or?
That's going to be interesting because I think Kyle's been playing since the first game. I think Kyle's been pretty decent. I don't know if they're going to go away with that, and also. Spo's been pretty strict on these minutes restrictions for the guys coming off injuries. Like they won't play Jaime more than a few. So it's possible that they just have him come off the bench and limit him there. But listen, the Heat haven't been between him, Caleb Martin, Haywood Highsmith's been hurt. They rested Jimmy and Kevin Love the last game. So, we finally got to see Jović, which I don't want to go another game without seeing him play. I love watching him play basketball.
Yep.
I don't understand that.
He gets numbers.
Yeah.
Doing something. I got bit on my knuckle.
Why?
I don't know. And or something.
The Dolphins victorious over the Patriots. Big news in the game. Obviously, the offense remains explosive, but Jalen Ramsey making his debut. And here is Jalen Ramsey saying, "It's not about me getting a interception in my first game. It's about the team and the team winning."
It felt good. Don't get it twisted. I'm happy I had an interception, but I definitely don't want that to be like the storyline. I just want to talk about how we got a good, hard-fought divisional win. My success, it comes from the preparation that I put in and the team around me. Like it's not just me. Like I work really hard during the week and to prepare myself to feeling like Jalen Ramsey. And it's just a product of it, but it was a great hard-fought win for the team, though. So that was dope.
It's very exciting to have him back. You could hear Vic Fangio had a pep in his step going into this game, and yes, it's against McCorkle. It's against a bunch of slow-ass weapons. So we'll see when it comes to this week against Kansas City. But I think you saw a little bit of everybody. I think we really saw. I thought Jalen Phillips. I thought he killed Mac Jones.
Yeah,
I thought he killed him. He lit him up. We saw your boy Christian. What's Christian Wilkins up to in sacks? I feel
4.5, 5.
He's already passed his.
He's passed last season's total. Yep.
Power.
I told you.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers going to have to pay the piper.
I told you. What are you going to do now?
He bet on himself.
No, he didn't bet on himself. They just didn't give him a deal.
Bet on himself. Sometimes you say it twice. It works.
It's like, I don't think you heard me. It's the bet on yourself. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Oh, I love the way she just sneaks up on the screen. Hey,
sneaks up like
always a surprise.
Do this.
Oh, gotta measure the Starfish.
Yeah, we gotta measure the arms.
She is the biggest Raiders fan in the world tonight.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah. Look at that little starfish.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, does your best friend live in a pineapple under the sea?
Hey, I love SpongeBob.
Oh, good, because you'll be SpongeBob now. So when we take you to the beach, do we bury her?
No.
That's not how starfishes work, dude. I don't think they go.
No,
in
you
the sand.
dig them. You dig them up, right?
No.
No,
Did she have to go in the water?
They crawl over the sand.
no, I don't.
We just said that she has to go at the beach. You're adding punishment.
You're adding too much. What if I get sick?
They do.
They have little legs, little tentacles.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was like a rock.
Nope. No. That's just when they're dead and
The
dehydrated.
things I have to YouTube during
Wait.
the show.
Wait. First of all, we should not be talking about any. Did you hear what he just said?
What did he say?
He said no. That's when they're dehydrated.
No, what do you mean?
What is it?
More of a swamp guy, not really a ocean guy.
Consider the sea.
It is time lapsed, so they don't move that fast, but they move.
Do they use their 5 limbs to move?
Yes.
Or do they
Yeah.
have little legs?
They have like little little things under there.
Every time I've seen a starfish, has been like a rock.
Well, yeah, if it gets dried out, it dies.
Like a rock.
This is a purple one. I haven't seen any black ones, JFig. I'll let you know.
From Bob Seger to Bob Frogger.
Oh, that toad does.
Same for goth. A goth starfish.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. It does kind of look like a goth starfish. It's like
No, it's
you know.
Let's see.
Like a rock. Whoa.
Oh,
Look at that.
That is like space under the water, like the
that makes me
clouds.
uncomfortable.
It's very.
What?
It's crazy. Can we hear from Tua? Tua on his new cornerback teammate Jalen Ramsey making his debut. Here's Tua.
It was awesome to be able to have that guy out there. It was one of the coolest walkouts I've seen from any Miami Dolphin player since I've been here. When he just walked out through the smoke and did his deal, and the crowd went wild. And then, to top it off, he got an interception. He got a forced fumble. All of those things. So the hype is real when it comes to someone like Jalen Ramsey. And, the defense rallies around each other. Those guys have been playing really well off each other, but having someone like him back in the lineup is definitely going to help those guys go.
Yeah, it was definitely noticeable. And I mean,
Didn't it seem like we were talking about the last few weeks about the pass rush not quite getting there?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't seem like they got there. Like that offensive line's not terrible.
No,
but it's because of what's going on in the secondary that now things are a little bit tighter, and you get maybe that little extra time to get there.
He's that kind of good that it makes those guys better, and he's done that his entire career with whatever. And now look, he's played with some really good defensive lines. I mean, with Calais Campbell in Jacksonville, with Yannick Ngakoue, and then with Aaron Mother Bleeping Donald.
Right.
And everybody they had over there, but still, he's been a big part of some really good defenses, and I think we know the talent that they think they have up there. This could be, this is what you were hoping for when you brought him in.
Sorry, Kirk Cousins.
But again, that being said, Mac Jones sucks.
Some of the coolest.
Just so we don't lose sight of that.
Yeah, some of the coolest uniforms ever.
The Oilers,
yeah,
those were cool.
They were cool.
Not as good as the Dolphins.
Ooh, the Dolphins throwbacks.
They look sweet as hell.
What a jersey to debut in for
I know.
Jalen Ramsey.
I know. He didn't care though after the game. He goes, well, they play in anything.
That's what I want. That's what I want him to say.
Yeah, I don't want him to care about jerseys.
Yeah. Only person who's allowed to care about stuff like that is Tyreek Hill. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Of course.
Kind of helps him.
Because I don't know if you know this, Marcos. 1,000 yards in 8 games.
Who? Okay, so they were like
nobody's done it.
They said, "Oh, first one in Super Bowl era," and then they put up the Oyster Burns of the world, and I'm like, "Who the hell was
that guy Mad Dog was talking about?"
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know they threw the ball that much.
Me neither.
Because I didn't know. You know who the first person to throw for 4,000 yards was?
No.
Joe Namath. Did not realize he was throwing it around like that.
Well, he threw it around to everybody because he threw a lot of picks too.
That's what, like
Broadway Joe.
Can you lead the league in touchdowns and picks, or it just means you played more than anybody? Because that's what Brett Favre was.
Compiler.
He had more touchdowns and he had more picks.
Can I get Mike McDaniel on Jalen Ramsey's debut? Here's McCochin on his new cornerback.
Well, he totally disappointed me. He called that he was going to come back and have a pick 6, not a pick field goal. It was phenomenal. You want to talk about something that goes above and beyond? You can't manufacture what he brought to our team in any other way. His play, but the commitment it took to play in that game, everybody witnessed firsthand.
Oh my goodness.
It's tremendous.
Mike. He said he was gonna get a pick six, not a pick field goal. What did he drop kick it like rugby? Still, I would see rugby on TV sometimes. I'm like,
doesn't make sense.
What about they give each other atomic wedgies, launch him up into the air, like the guy's like trying to get good grip.
It's
so
also,
he's like grabbing the guy. The
Yeah.
guy's pulling up his underwear like a thong, and then he gets lifted up and he goes.
It's the same thing.
It's the craziest thing in the
You
world.
saw the video I sent you, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy. It's the same thing Tua does to his son, Bill Belichick.
You sure you weren't watching an Eagles game? That damn tush push, man. Now they added a fake to it.
I know. I saw that.
What the hell?
The fake tush
Yeah,
push?
the fake tush push.
And what did they do? Toss it?
They toss it with just sweep outside for a touchdown.
Well, remember, whatchamacallit tried to do that? The Dolphins.
Yep.
And he launched it.
That's right. I remember that.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Miami Heat have just unveiled a new court. We'll bring you that, plus get into tonight's action as they are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. It is the first showdown since he did not get traded to the Miami Heat. Damian Lillard. We'll get to that coming up next.
You're listening to Spooky Week on Tobin and Leroy.
Per a source in Vegas, the Miami Heat and Trailblazers have made major advancements on the Damian Lillard trade. I want Dame, but I'm following Ballsack Sports, NBA Central. I'm following Adrian Wojnarowski. I'm following Chums. Anybody who can give me anything on Damian Lillard to this point, I'm following 6 Reasons Sports. Whatever anybody can give me at this point.
What are you doing? Why are you putting yourself through?
I just want Dame. I know what it translates to. It means no matter what country you're in, Dame time. It's Dame time.
So that says Dame time?
That's exactly what it says there.
Yeah.
Expect Portland and Miami to re-engage before the start of training camps here coming up in the next 2.5 weeks. And really at this point, I'm told the only 2 training camps that Damian Lillard would report to, in theory, Portland and Miami.
Here's the rules. I just want everybody to know the rules, okay? This is the NBA. The stars get what they want. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the last 15 years, all right? The stars get what they want. That's how it works, okay? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I've been waiting for this moment forever for one star since Jimmy Butler to say, I only want to go to the Miami Heat. And Damian Lillard did it. He's basically the perfect player for Jimmy and Bam. And guess what, Portland? You're going to trade him.
Me and Dame do have a connection. We do have a type of brotherhood. Both sides want it to make sense. Me and Dame just continue to be close friends.
Subtle moves will be enough. If they're the right moves, will be enough during this offseason. Hitting the home run, as I said, it's addition by subtraction. And I plan on hitting big again, but I'm not just swinging for the fences right now because it could be reckless, a little bit reckless. And, I feel very good about where we are.
Lillard rifles his right wing over to Lopez. Brooks sends back out to Lillard. Dame's to the top of the arc. Moves to his right, puts up a tough 3, and he drills it with the foul. Dame time. In the second quarter here from Fiserv Forum, he's got a chance at a 4-point play on his first 3-pointer as a Milwaukee Buck. Lillard, step back 3, on the way, got it! Damian Lillard, welcome to the Cream City. Dame time has arrived with 1:07 to go. Rebounded by Melton, fires up a desperation 3 out the window. It goes, but thanks to 2 clutch free throws from the newest hero in Milwaukee, Damian Lillard, and the Bucks are winners tonight, 118 to 117, and Dame time has officially arrived. Dame time has officially arrived.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
So, question.
Yeah.
We were listening to that.
Yeah.
And then you showed me TV.
Yeah.
That gator was dead, though, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was in the wrong water.
He looked like he was
It
swimming.
looked like he was having a good time.
like,
That kid looked like he was having a good time. We're watching WSBN in here, and there was
like just on the beach.
Vinny's referring to me as the monster mush.
Boy, that's really good.
Do you understand your ups and downs with sports? How we need to.
That's how I like to live.
Yeah, but still, dude. Too much.
ADHD Arcade says Tobin has the face of a trauma victim listening to this montage.
Yes.
My favorite was stars get what they want, dude. You've been paying attention.
Like he.
Well, I mean, they really.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because the only person that tries to temper this is me, and I get called the hater, and I get all. And we have this grown ass man coming and do a show that starts with him crying because he didn't get what he wanted. I really wanted him.
That was a really good impression.
I really did want him.
But
That being
I
said,
try to stop him from doing this because the disappointment in this is so bad.
that being said, I mean, he looked washed that last game. I mean, he looked
dude.
terrible last night.
May have dodged a bullet.
We may have dodged a bullet tonight, but that being also said, Tyler Herro, this is the biggest game of your career. Okay, dude. Boy wonder. Hey, listen to me.
Game 4?
Tyler?
It's not even week 4.
Who's
game 4?
Tyler.
Football has been going, basketball hasn't been going on for a full week yet.
Dude, Tyler, I've had your back, okay, this entire time. And no cap, all right? We shared a moment together. Let me just say, it's the biggest game of your career tonight, okay?
What are you doing?
I'm going to need at least 6 threes tonight, okay? I'm going to need you to cross the
Well, he's shooting it enough to get 6
I'm going to need him to shoot as many, but I'm going to need him to make it an efficient clip, okay? Tyler, biggest game of your career tonight in your hometown, okay?
They didn't welcome him.
The Herro family tree will be there. Everybody's going to be there, okay? You need to show out tonight, dude, all right? No nonsense. Biggest game of your career. Otherwise, I don't like to say things, Tyler. I don't want to alarm people. But as the pulse of Heat Nation, I can tell there's a little bit of unsettlement after this these last couple of games. You know, the fourth quarters haven't gone great, Leroy. Again, it's game 3. The fourth quarters haven't gone great. People are a little bit queasy. You know, they're feeling
you mean
a little
people,
bit of
you mean you.
No. I don't mean
Like,
that. I don't mean
The mouth.
I don't mean me. I'm just saying people are a little bit uneasy with these first few games and how they've gone.
It's you, dude.
And what I would like to just
you've
tell.
wait, first of all, people haven't told Tyler Herro this is the biggest game of his career. You have.
It's the biggest game of his career.
It's not.
It's the biggest game.
It's not.
What's the bigger game?
Huh?
Biggest game?
No, not this. What about all them damn playoff games?
I mean, he was hurt the last playoffs that he played in. Okay. He didn't play in the last playoffs because he broke his hand. He didn't play the playoffs before that, hurt his groin, and he wasn't very good in those playoffs. The playoffs before that, he got swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. And then the playoffs before that, he was a kid, no expectations. So it was all gravy, baby. So this is, in fact, with expectations.
Here, I have a new rule.
With expectations?
I have a new rule.
What?
The phrase you're making can only be made once.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
The biggest game of his career?
So, dude, I'm telling Marcos, mark this damn tape.
Yes.
Mark what I'm saying right now. If you say this about Tyler at any other point during the year, it's go time. You can't just make crap up as you go
I don't
along.
think it's going to get bigger than this. This is the biggest game of his career. He needs to even up their record.
You hear this?
You already know he's gonna break this rule like tomorrow.
No, I know he is. You know, when I go after him, he says, show me the tape. Prove it. I can't recall. You know what he's going to do already. And I'm telling you right now.
You altered it.
Right. I'm telling you right now. So all these people can hear. Right? If you come at me with this
I can't imagine.
again.
I can't imagine.
No.
He can't
Come at me with this is Tyler Herro's biggest game of his career again. It's go time.
Well, people can have other biggest games of their
In the
career.
same year, you might use this phrase next month. You don't.
I don't know.
Go ahead, say your thing.
Hard
to say.
I mean,
no,
it is hard to say.
No,
Though.
we know. That's why we're saying
It's
it.
the biggest
we
game of his career.
Fourth game.
If anybody
of the
disagrees with
regular
me, 305-567-0560. 305
No.
567
Let's go the other way.
0560.
We don't have that much text space.
Okay,
if
fine.
anybody agrees
if
with
anybody
him,
agrees with
text
me,
space.
agree with Tobin. 305-567-0560. If you agree, this is the biggest game of Tyler Herro's career. I'll wait. 305-567-0560. If anybody agrees with me, but I'm just letting you know right now. Marco, do you see where I'm coming from there, Frog Boy?
I mean, the most important game of his career, though.
Yeah.
I get where it could be an important statement could be made tonight.
Exactly.
But if he goes out and puts up like 20 points, I mean, no harm, no foul.
I have a lot of people calling in right now.
Oh, Josh said he
bit.
cried when Jalen Phillips did the Dame time celebration.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see that. And you want to know something, JP? Time and place, dude. Time and place.
Just hurt you.
560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Sam out of the Bayou, and I want to say I agree with you, Tobin.
Thank you, buddy.
Tyler has a lot to prove.
Yep.
He's sticking up the joint.
Yep.
Chucking up shots with no free throws.
Yep.
He better get 6 threes like you
Where are
said
the
and
free
get to the
throws?
line. Give me 6.
Where are the free throws?
Give me 6. I ain't
Yeah.
asking for 10.
Yeah.
No free throws. They get
They're free.
5 free throws the whole season.
Do you not
5.
like? Yeah. Does he
Damn
not? Does he not like coupons? Does he not like free things?
BOGO.
A little
No.
BOGO.
He just likes getting free blocks.
Crazy, man. Crazy. 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Moose.
Hey, Moose. What's up, buddy?
Tobin is 100% correct as usual.
What?
Hero needs to shoot some free throws. He is shooting an abysmal percentage. I'm done. We needed Dame. We didn't get Dame. Heroes is shooting like he's in middle school.
Right.
I'm just done.
I love Tyler Herro. Listen, I love Tyler Herro. I'm not rats off a ship on Tyler Herro, but I can feel the unrest. Like you know, like remember the old man in the lighthouse? Did you ever remember that poem? What? The old man in the lighthouse.
No.
Where do you get this from?
I'm just saying.
Why are we talking about? Do I look like I'm from an area of the country that has a damn lighthouse?
Okay, well, there's a story, the old man in the lighthouse, and he was the first man to see danger coming, you know?
Yeah, because in the lighthouse, it got the best view.
Exactly, dude. And so right now, I'm the man in the lighthouse. And what I'm seeing right now is I am seeing Heat Nation with a little bit of unrest, watching these first 3 games, especially that Wolves game. And they're just like, you know, it was good against the Celtics. I don't want to take credit away. Tyler was good, and he had a big onions 3 because the dude is clutch, okay? That being said, next game, and I know they got in at 4 in the morning. They didn't have Jimmy Butler and 4 rotation players, but kind of stuck up the joint and let Nas Reed out shoot you. Nas Reed, dude.
This is game 4 of 82. You're coming at him like he's been doing this since like it's December.
I know, but
or
that's
January, and he's been doing this since the beginning of the year.
You could. What's the term?
Idiot.
Vote of confidence. Like we Tyler Herro could give
Oh.
little vote of confidence to the Heat fan right now. You know.
Why don't you give a vote of confidence to him?
No, because I mean he needs to show.
But this happens. Wait, would you be? Wait, hold on. Let me get him.
Yeah.
You think they feel that way about Dame?
Who?
He was terrible.
Yeah, but he was great game 1. Did you see that? He won the game.
You just said that Tyler was good game 1.
No, game 2.
Game 2.
Game 1, he was terrible.
Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
You said he was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's only game 4.
Mm-hmm. They lost game 2. I'm not one of these Peter Pans that doesn't think winning and losing matters. Doesn't think winning and losing matters.
You're the worst. I can't explain it.
George, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to agree with Leroy.
Yeah!
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
It's too early to be
Willing
Yes!
most important game.
caller of today.
It's too early. Man, you gotta look. You know what sucks
So
about
you don't think it's the biggest game of his career?
No!
Top 10?
No.
Top 5? Top 20?
You're settling now?
How many games has he played?
I don't know.
Above average. Above 50.
You don't think there's a little bit of, would you agree there's some juice to tonight's game?
Sure. I didn't say there wasn't juice to it. I'm not sure. Let me tell you
We're
something.
starting to meet in the middle.
No. Because here's what's gonna happen. You guys hear it here first. We gonna need some Kleenex if Dame go out and score 40.
It's not gonna be. I'm gonna
If
tell you.
Dame goes out and makes 5 threes,
you guys,
and scores 35 to 40 points, you're gonna be on suicide watch.
Well, okay, but
We're gonna have to
this
do.
is why I'm the man in the lighthouse. I can see trouble brewing. It's not going to just be me. The fan base is going to be furious if you drop to 1-3 and Damian Lillard sunk your ass. And I know they're good. I know it's probably
it's game 4.
I understand.
Wait. How many games did they win last year?
46.
Okay, just a couple of games above 500.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's not make it sound like they were number 1 in the conference. And no, there's some things that they're gonna have to fight
44.
through. 44.
Mhm.
So that's 2 games.
Right, but I think it was Taylor Swift who says, like, we knew it all too well. And I think this team is becoming a little too familiar.
Dude,
and we were told, hold on,
go to
listen
break
me. Listen,
before
no. I
I'ma
want you to
kick
listen.
your
I want
ass
you to
on
listen. I
TV.
want you to listen to me.
It's not me
I want
doing
you-
it.
I don't want you to
Not me
dismiss me
doing
on
it.
this. I was told we were
I
getting
don't want to live my life through Taylor Swift songs.
I was told we were going to get a Tyler Herro. Okay.
It's been 3
I
games.
was told we were going to get a Tyler
It's
Herro.
3
That was going to
games.
get to the line. He's going to be a little bit more efficient, and he has done none of those things in 3 games.
in three games.
In 3 games.
So you're already rats off a ship.
Well, as
No.
as Taylor Swift said, it's getting exhausting rooting for Tyler Herro. You know, and I think that
Did she say
tonight
that?
she did say that.
Yeah,
And-
what? In breaking up?
And I think that Tyler Herro, in the biggest game of his career tonight, needs to give the Heat fan, like, hey, I'm still that guy. And he needs to make us forget about
In
Damian
the
Lillard
4th
tonight.
game.
He needs to make us forget about Damian Lillard tonight.
Well, the only way he's going to do that is guarding Damian Lillard.
That's
Damian,
fine.
Damian Lillard is Damian Lillard because he can
No,
score
he needs
40
to he
regardless.
needs to outgun him.
Really?
He needs to.
Let me ask you a question. At this point in the season,
Mhm.
do you want Tyler shooting that much?
Look, I don't know. That's a good question. That is a fair question. But
I
tonight
think he need to turn it down a notch until he gets everything in order.
he needs to outperform Damian Lillard. Let's ask Josh. Josh, what do you think, buddy? Josh?
Tobin, you're a fraud. Call out Jimmy Butler. Where's Jimmy Butler?
He was- I mean-
Finish the 3rd game of the season.
Let me ask you something.
Play one
Josh,
preseason game and he's
Josh,
showing up nowhere.
Josh, let me ask you something. Have you ever used the term playoff Jimmy?
Yes.
Of course, because you're a
what?
fraud. Because the term.
Whoa, you can't hang up
Of
on
course.
John. Wait a minute.
Let me just tell you
Wait,
something.
what? No.
You can't use
no,
the term.
No.
No.
You
can't
cannot
use
hang
the
up
term.
on folks
I just did.
that call you a fraud.
I just did. Because you're not going to sit here and say, oh, playoff Jimmy, and they get mad because Jimmy Butler's. Hey, let me just tell you
Not
something.
your best look. Not your best
Let me
look
tell you
right
something.
here.
Hey, Peter Pan, it's the 3rd game. Jimmy Butler can sit down, okay?
What?
Third
No! This nigga the biggest game of Tyler Herro's career.
They're not at the same place. One guy has been Jimmy B. He has been doing it playoffs after playoffs. Tyler Herro, the whole reason we're in this situation is because he hasn't proven himself. It's way different.
In 3 games.
If you guys don't think
do you understand
Justice
that
for Josh.
maybe he needs to find his spots. He needs to find how he's going to do it.
Find
And he's
his
working
spots?
his way through it.
I know what his spots are. They're the same spots they've been since he came into the league. He gets all the spots and all the shots.
You're the worst.
And I love the guy, but like it's the biggest game.
That
of his
doesn't
career
sound like love. That doesn't sound like
The
love.
ones who love you can be honest with you.
I'm going to tell you.
The ones who love you can be honest
Can you
with
do me a favor?
Yeah.
Don't love me like that. What do you mean? Because that doesn't sound good. I
The
don't want to be
ones,
loved
the
like
ones
that.
who love you can be the most honest with you. And I'm being honest right now. I'm a root for him the rest of the year, but it's the biggest game of his career tonight.
I'm exhausted because you're so unreasonable about these things.
Dude,
You
I'm
are.
not
It's
being
the
unreasonable.
4th game of the season.
Don't lose.
You hit him with a don't lose.
Don't you
and
lose.
the biggest game of his career.
Don't you
wait,
lose.
You swear it was game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. No, it's game 4 of the season.
I'm trying to settle
Buddy,
the
if
masses.
you act like this now,
Shocking. It is shocking.
if you get like, by the time we get to the playoffs,
Mhm.
we're going to be able to put your heart in a jar and watch it beat right there.
I'm the same as Eric
Like-
Spoelstra.
No, you're not.
Dude, did you see Eric Spoelstra game 2? Freaking out.
He was angry.
Yep.
He's the coach.
And I'm in the lighthouse.
People don't use lighthouses anymore. I hate to break it to you, Tobin.
Are you sure?
No, they
Positive. They were actually all going. They were giving them out for free.
They give out. How can you give a lighthouse away for
There's
free?
the whole article on it. They gave it out for free because no one uses them anywhere. There's no need
love
to.
to buy a
declare
There's one up
technology
in there's
now.
one up in a little up north where you could go and take the little ferry to the island or whatever or something like that.
The
I would
Old
love
Man
to
in the
own one.
Lighthouse is the second part of the 10th episode of the Care Bears series.
Hey, speaking of Care Bears, which one are you?
I'm the care too much bear.
The care too much bear. No, you're the ridiculous one. Like game of your life. Don't lose. You swear this was game 80.
It's the most important
Right?
game of his career.
No, you're gonna say that 5 times this year, and we need to come up with something to stop this. Churro.
There's nothing we can come up with, Leroy.
There's nothing we come with because he'll still blow right through it, right? By the way, you guys better pick some props.
You're right, but we got to go break.
Okay.
WQAM broadcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Hey, Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm? Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right. Let's look at these beautiful South Florida skies. It is partly cloudy. Winds are blowing out of the east. Not as strong as they've been, but they might be a little 5 to 10, maybe a little bit more than 10 miles an hour, but nowhere near what it was these past few days when it was breezy. I had to put a couple of rocks in my pocket. And right now, I would say it's about low 80s, right around 80 degrees. But what a beautiful day. This is why we live in South Florida, folks. This weather, this time of year.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's get into some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
A little injury update from the Heat on tonight's game. Haywood Highsmith, he is still out. Kevin Love, who missed the last game.
Because of old.
Because of old. They put shoulder. He's listed as probable. Jay Rich, this is the big news. Josh Richardson, he is listed as questionable. He was doubtful earlier today, so that's great. He was upgraded. And Bam Adebayo also listed as questionable with a hip. Caleb Martin with his knee, he is listed as doubtful. He has been dealing with that since camp, so that's not great for Caleb. Hopefully everything's okay there. He is obviously a huge part to this Miami Heat rotation. Although I will say, I love watching the young kids play. You know, like I love watching the new. I can't help it. Like I like watching the infusion. I love Jaquez. I love what he brings to the table. And Jović, dude.
Jović seems a little more calm in what he does. Jaquez is just a fireball of energy.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look,
sometimes he gets a little too.
Yeah, and if for any Heat fan that wants to tell me, oh, Jović looks lost on defense, which he admitted, he's like, coverages I get lost. Kyle Lowry was yelling at him on the court and things like that. He's 20? Like, he's going to get lost. I mean, I've seen plenty of other young guys in this team get a little bit lost. He plays his ass off. He plays hard. Good
starting point. Good starting point for a guy who's 20.
I just want to. I feel like if we're going to talk about things that are important for this regular season, getting that guy tuned up, I think is a big deal. But we'll see, man. I don't know, because Spo can sometimes be very squirrely with playing the young guys.
You think
he can be?
Now all of a sudden you're online with playing the young guys. I was like this last year.
You wanted him last year, but last year I get it. He was hurt.
But even before he got hurt,
he looks like a tank out there. He looks so good,
right?
Like physically, I want to continue to see him develop.
I just think this. I think he's so good offensively and what he does on offensive end as far as assists, rebounds, scoring, that you force the issue. You force the issue of getting him in the right places.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're hard on him to say, look, this is what we need you to do to play, right? Instead of just taking the slow roll of, approach and just, he'll work it out. We'll work him after and just let him methodically go into it. Because what ends up happening in those scenarios is before you get a chance to see what he can really do, you trade him for something else. That's always happened with young players. Now, I will say this also. How many players have left Miami and had success elsewhere?
Not a lot.
Right.
Not a lot. Derek Jones Jr., like of recent memory, Derek Jones Jr., Kendrick Nunn, Precious, Precious was barely here.
Precious doesn't play for anybody, though. He's always hurt.
No, he's not.
No, not Precious. I'm thinking about with Memphis. I don't even know if he's still there.
Justice
Winslow.
Justice, yeah. I don't think Justice is just on the team right now. Is he on the Clippers?
Hanging out.
He's a free agent?
Yes.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Sometimes I just say things.
Wait, you don't know that?
Didn't he say Winslow culture one time?
Yeah, we talked to him when he was like 20. We're like, what do you think about Heat culture?
Bruce Bowen.
Oh, yeah. It says, well, I don't know. I'm getting mixed reviews here. It says last team that he played for was Portland. But then on ESPN, it says Toronto Raptors forward.
Is he on the Raptors?
No one knows where he is. I think he was waived by the Raptors as well.
Not LeBron doesn't count, Smeathan. Jeez. I'm talking about guys that they developed.
I think he's a free agent, dude.
Not free agents. Bruce Bowen is one. He's with the Blazers.
No, I mean,
That's crazy.
He's right. Like if you click him on now, he shows up as a Raptors forward, but I don't think he's played for them this year.
Right. Precious has done better than Winslow.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, Precious got criticized last year by Nick Nurse a lot of the same stuff that Spo did, but they had him when he was a kid. You know, it's like
No, I got you.
they had him when he, and it's kind of like you can't really say Precious because Precious didn't play. Like Precious played less as the year went on.
Right.
And that was the pandemic year.
They put Winslow out there more.
Yeah,
and he was a ball handler, and he was, they basically did the Josh Richardson with him. Like they tried to make him the guy.
Yeah, he had a ton of responsibility, but he also had his injury problems too.
No, did Glenn Rice? Did they get rid of? No, he was good, and they
They traded him for Zoe.
I know, but I'm saying
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
We're not talking about that.
Grow up, Peter Pan.
Right.
Hey, can you tell me more about this court?
Oh yeah, so the Heat have released their in-season tournament, which I don't know how to really feel about.
Starts next week, right?
What?
It starts this week. It starts on Friday, I think.
Oh, okay.
What?
And they start, it's group play. They're doing this in-season tournament. I don't even really know how it works, to be honest with you. Like, you get points.
You get out of group.
The winner gets money, which is definitely like the NBA player needs more money. I mean, like,
why not? Money is good.
Money is good, but like,
That's a hot take.
There's a shocker.
But do you think like Desmond Bain is going to be motivated by the extra money? I don't know.
Why not?
Because he makes
what I
$50
think?
million a year.
You know what I think?
Does he?
I think the mid-season tournament should guarantee a spot into the playoffs.
But would you count this even as mid-season? Like,
yeah, it's in season.
In-season tournament.
They're trying to make it something like it's soccery and basically look the Heat.
Wait.
It's soccery.
Dude,
Soccer does a lot of in-season tournaments.
That's not a word.
That is that the Pinks just won an in-season tournament.
Soccery, is not
they
a word.
They just won. They almost won
Soccery
two.
Is not a word.
Anyway,
He's trying to say Socrates.
If you want to do this,
Mm-hmm.
then you give the winner of the in-season tournament. If you don't automatically qualify, you get a spot in the playoffs. Simple as that. Now, I would have to say that the team that wins is usually going to qualify for the. You see what I'm saying? So let's not just dismiss it.
All right, it's let's see, inaugural in-season tournament will tip off.
I want to go down there and service the throat punch. I know.
Here's the court though, JFig. If you could throw this up for our audience, the Heat have an in-season tournament court.
That's not even the court we just saw.
That's what it is though. That's the
But
graphic.
that's not
of
the
it.
court we saw.
That's what they put out though. That is what the official graphic of it is.
The graphic is what it is.
That's the court we saw. The actual pictures of the court. Was it?
You talking about the video?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a picture.
That's a picture. That was an actual court. It doesn't look like that picture. So stop.
That's what they put out. The team put that out, not me.
Then what the hell was that court?
That was them painting it.
It was orange. I know the difference between orange and red.
Do
you? Sometimes
questionable.
That black and navy blue. Oh my god!
You're wearing a tiny red shirt that says "Cat Fever" with a cat with a hard hat on, which that in itself is weird.
Huh?
Why? I like it.
I wish I could have got a shirt.
For $160, they should have thrown in a shirt.
I walked past the sweatshirts. I didn't walk past the t-shirts.
So what'd you get?
You like the shirt?
Yeah,
I do like the shirt. Yeah, it's nice.
Let me get it.
I got a sweatshirt that I didn't know how much it cost, and people were taking pictures with me. So when I threw it up on the thing to pay, and they said $162, and then I'm like looking around, and you're right, and Rebecca goes, "Whoa, Dad, too much." I'm like, "Too late. I'm not going to embarrass myself for these people."
Oh, look at Leroy not doing well.
Right,
Has to put that sweater back.
Right.
Look at that, Karen.
That radio job. Woof. So I got the shirt. Right? I got the sweatshirt.
You got peer pressured into buying.
Got peer pressured because
the good thing about all of it's very nice quality. They're very
all these
very
people
nice.
were saying all these people were standing around me, and I'm like, man, how
Not gonna
terrible
put that back, are you?
how terrible am I gonna look?
Oh, cheapskate over there.
They go, do you need
We
a
gotta
bag?
go back.
I said, no, I don't want my wife to see this receipt.
Can everyone please put some money together for former football player Leroy?
We got any Panthers bucks for this guy? Give him a little discount. Any
Points.
Any cat dollars?
It was terrible. It was like, and listen, first of all, if you have a little faux pas in public, don't have a kid with you. They don't like, because soon as we got up, because my wife was doing the concessions, right? And so we go up there and say hi to all the people she knows. And it was like, yeah, I like a pretzel. And mommy, daddy spent $160 on that sweatshirt.
Snitchy mouse.
I'm like, wow, you little snitch. Wow. Like we don't have father-daughter relationship.
Definitely not.
She goes, no, that was ridiculous, Dad. I know.
She's not snitchy mouse for nothing.
Financially
The
irresponsible.
only thing that was missing if she would have said no cap.
Take a break. Back up to this.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed
I just hear you guys hear that Creed is coming back on tour. Why? They've had a big comeback with the Rangers and did anybody watch any World Series this weekend?
Oh, that happened this weekend. That was this weekend.
It's even. One game apiece. Even.
Oh my God. I don't even know who's in it. The Diamondbacks
and Rangers. Yeah. But everybody's now wondering, Kirk Cousins, he loved Creed, but now his Achilles. His Achilles. Oof, that looked bad.
I got to tell you.
Looked bad for Kirk.
I'm a firm believer that and I'm not saying this from fact, I'm just saying this from experience, right? As long as I've been playing football, on the bottom of the shoes have been circles, right? So the cleats have been circular, right? Now on the bottom of shoes, they have the baseballs, like the way they're positioned, like baseball spikes, but they're plastic. And I just think that that's too much traction. So a lot of things are happening because of the grip they're getting with these shoes. And I think you get the same grip, but your foot gets to move a little bit when you have the circles, right? I know they've been rectangle for a minute, and I've said that even back then that it might be too much grip. And so your foot gets stuck because with the square or rectangle cleats, your foot doesn't turn.
Yeah.
So
stuff
like
the Appalachian Billy Goat.
What?
Well, because they, how they climb on the side of a mountain.
Actually, I have seen that. It's remarkable.
Yeah,
it really is remarkable.
It's a lot of grip.
They should be sliding down.
What are you looking at?
The Appalachian Billy Goat. Is he Googling it?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Sometimes I just keep it moving and just don't pay attention.
I don't
When
know.
we were talking about spikes and cleats,
Grip.
and this dude starts talking about, they have built-in cleats.
Now, just want to be clear with everybody this week. So now the season only matters for the Dolphins if they beat a good team this week, right? Otherwise, they're frauds once again.
Yep.
That's how it's going to work.
That's how it's going to work.
I just saw on the weigh-in First Takes headline, Tua good to be true? I'm like, what?
Cute. Real cute.
You think you're cute?
No, that's what you do about other things.
I will say
You
the
were
one
right.
thing Tua did yesterday that pissed me off. Don't lower your head again, dude. Don't take on a line.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Don't do that ever again. Hey, Tua, don't do that again. Marcos?
Yep. Want me to let him?
Did you yell at Tua?
I yelled at Tua for sure. But when you mentioned him holding his head down, that brought up a point yesterday that I feel was the epitome of this new regime. He threw that interception, right? And I know previously he would have eaten himself alive after throwing that interception. He was able to bounce back and do some really nice things.
Yeah, he was even joking about it after the game.
Yeah, which he never, Flores would have never allowed him to feel that.
No, he's able to turn the page.
Yeah, keep your head up though.
Yeah, don't do that again.
That was crazy.
Yes.
I saw that linebacker and I'm like, Tua, come on, dude. Don't.
The thing is that one of the hardest things to do is you're asking really competitive people at certain moments to do something that feels less competitive.
You got to tell your inner dog not to bark.
You just don't like me, dude.
Please stop yourself.
Wow.
He just doesn't like me.
I don't know. That was profound.
Look how quick the -1 came.
What do you mean?
Quickly.
-1?
-1.
Quickly. I'll say quickly. I'll say, man, gives it a +1. No.
Sandman says that he did run for %. He did, but there was nobody near him.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I was like, oh, look at
You know what the worst is? When a quarterback can't figure out when to slide and they start like
Yeah. And you always got to make sure you cross the line because it's when the give up is. But I just the only thing with Tua yesterday I was like, oh man, he's putting the head down. He's ready to go barrel this guy over.
Yeah.
Careful. I don't want to lose him. He's so good. Even though WEEI is like, I don't know if he's that good. I don't know.
You know why?
What if
you
he
know?
had a
Let me
better
tell you why.
quarterback?
You know why? You know why? Because their quarterback is Mac Jones. That's why.
Let me hear this bum again where he's like, nah, I don't think they're that good, Wiggy.
I saw
O'Malley, O'Keefe.
I think he's beating Dan Marino's record for most yards through 8 games.
He did.
Amazing.
You picked 2 off early. You got your hands on a bunch of other opportunities. In that game, it looked like Tua really wanted to give you the game.
Did it?
And I've been on this train since day one. Everybody's been pushing a Tua. And that's why I think Tua is just I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think if they had a real quarterback in Miami, like a good one.
Yeah. Well, they're 6-2.
No, I know that, but if you look at how the
I think he's doing a fine job.
But if you look at how the Patriots really played him and frustrated him, if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, no, he's hurt. But if there's a kid like Joe Burrow or somebody like that with those type of weapons, I don't think that it looks as bad. And the Patriots did a great job for the most part, unless they let a guy run down the field, but frustrating him, getting him off his spot. They had an opportunity defensively to create multiple turnovers, like Courtney's.
I'm just curious, like, who are the guys that they think would be on that list? Like, currently, really legitimately, like, the people you would have an argument for saying could maybe make this offense better. Mahomes, obviously, because he's Mahomes. Fine, Burrow.
I just think here's what I hate about all these conversations is because I can take the numbers and tell you why Tua is better than Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence. I can take the accuracy, the amount of time he takes to process, which is quicker than most, right? And the way he anticipates. And I can take all this and bring it to the table, right? And each one of these people that we just heard will come up for a reason as to why it's not Tua. And I would say this. If it's not Tua, then why isn't everybody doing it? Oh, because they don't have Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill.
He didn't do this fast.
He didn't do this like this. It's
Patrick Mahomes is awesome.
Yeah, nobody's taking away.
It's Patrick Mahomes. I'll give you the Patrick. Well, every argument I say, I'll give you Patrick Mahomes. Duh.
Right.
Okay, great. He's the greatest. We all know Patrick Mahomes is the best. Okay.
But has Tua been more healthier than Joe Burrow? Yes. So where are we there? Would you want Trevor Lawrence? Do you want Justin Herbert? Who everybody says looks great. He looks like a NFL quarterback, but look at his success.
Here are your top 10 passes right now. Carr, Lawrence, Purdy, Stafford, Hurts, Howell. That kind of threw me off for a loop. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Tua.
So wait, what is that in yards?
Yards, yes.
Really? Somebody's got more yards than?
No, nobody has more yards than Tua.
Okay, so that's. Oh no, you went the other way.
I went.
I thought you went from one down.
Nah.
I'm like, wow, Tua's 10th.
Nah, Tua's first.
Right.
As soon as I heard Sam Howell, something was up.
See, y'all hate on Kirk Cousins.
I feel bad for hating on him now because he seems like a fine gentleman, and now his ankle is.
No, but I'm just saying, like, look at those numbers. Only two.
He always puts up numbers.
Okay, so I'm just saying he's not a bad quarterback. Like every team, like you know how Minnesota probably would like to get rid of Kirk Cousins, but then they go upstairs and you know what conversation they have?
Who we getting?
Who we getting? That's doing that. Who are you getting that's doing that? And keep in mind, he don't have his start. Isn't Justin Jefferson out?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that Addison guy's good.
Yeah.
He is. He's good.
But so those numbers, right? When you say Kirk Cousins, everybody like, oh, it's Kirk Cousins because he got scarred when he left. When he left Washington.
But I'm like looking at him, I'm just thinking to myself, like, I go Lamar, Mahomes, Jalen Hurts.
I can't. Wait. I can't replace you with a guy you already replaced.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, but I'm just trying to wiggy here. I'm trying to like, who are these? I'm like, maybe I'll get to 5. Maybe if I really wanted to think about it and be like, but you can't get higher than that.
Right.
Of that many, you can't. Maybe you say he's just outside a top 5 quarterback. Maybe if you're a real pessimist on Tua. If you're a real pessimist,
you really going 5?
If you're being Leroy, if you're being a real pessimist,
right.
You could say that there's 5 guys better than him right now.
All right.
You know?
All right.
But
I give you Patrick Mahomes, and that's only, I give you Patrick Mahomes. I'm not giving you Jalen Hurts. No chance.
Allen?
No. I told
Exactly,
you how I
dude.
feel about Josh Allen.
Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Me neither, dude.
Justin Herbert, which everybody said, right. So no matter what you say, look at it. There's none of those quarterbacks besides Patrick Mahomes.
I think Mahomes, Lamar, like, are the only guys because of Lamar's running that you could be like, all right, there's good arguments for them over Tua right now.
Right.
Just because of like resume, but even Tua Lamar, like it's not a huge gap.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why I'm like, when this guy's saying, oh, I think if you give him a real quarterback, like, really, give me the list. Tell me, Wiggy.
I like even his co-hosts were like, I don't know. I mean, he's doing pretty good.
But here's the other issue is that, okay, you want to replace him with what you think is a better quarterback? You better start off with this. You better start off with somebody who's extremely accurate. That cuts that list in half. You see what I'm saying? So you're talking about that. Here's what you need to replace Tua: quick decision maker, throw in the spots, and accurate. I'll wait. Any other quarterbacks you here to do that? They're all retired. So stop it with what you think Tua is and look at what he does and say, who else can do that? They're just plugging in quarterbacks and say, oh, this guy can do it. This guy can do this. You know what? Patrick Mahomes doesn't make quick decisions with the football. Neither does Josh Allen.
I like to improvise. Take a little break. We'll do a little all right or no, and JFig and I will do our tiebreaker picks if we need them, of course. If Man Campbell, just show up for me, and I don't need to worry about this. But just in case, we'll get to that coming up next.
Previously on
You chowder-eating bastards. 1, 2, 3, Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Get to our all right, oh no. Get to our.
Somebody said, Dave South said, the crazy thing is Wiggy is not even an intangible.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Jermaine Wiggins.
Jermaine Wiggins.
All right.
Yeah, there's no white Jermaines. I can promise you that.
And if he is, his name is White Jermaine.
That's right.
Hey, single day tickets are now on sale for Riptide, our world famous concert on Fort Lauderdale Beach, December 2nd and 3rd. Single day general admission tickets are $79.
Give us a breakdown.
2-day general admission tickets are $109. You can also buy VIP tickets. Just go to riptidemusicfestival.com for details and come see the Black Keys, Jelly Roll, Bleachers, Young the Giant, Dirty Head, Sublime with Rome, and more. Just log on to the riptidemusicfestival.com. Riptide on Fort Lauderdale Beach is powered by Ford and sponsored by Visit Lauderdale. All right, let's get to all right, I know real quick, and then JFig and I will make our tie-breaking picks. My all right goes to Jalen Ramsey, baby.
Welcome
Jalen
back.
Ramsey is back. Exciting debut for the Miami Dolphins star cornerback.
I mean, the quarterback did throw it right to him, but that's okay.
Yeah, but you want to
sucker.
Doesn't matter.
Sucker.
McCorkle, he sucks. We all know that he sucks. We've been telling you he sucks, even then when they were ranking him the 81st best player in the league. Dude stinks. Patriots stink. It's a delight to see. My oh no goes to the referees in Boston. Learn the rules, dude. Okay? If Eric's supposed to no, that's not the play. You can't go back and go to another play you screwed up. That's a review of that play.
That was the worst.
Garbage.
That was the worst. Say, oh, look, he fouled him before.
Couldn't even enjoy the concert for that, dude.
You're the worst. You are the worst.
What's your all right?
You don't listen.
All right. It's going to go to Tyreek Hill because you do something that's never been done in football. You must be applauded. Plus, it's fun watching him do it. Right? And one would think, and when you think of like all the other people like Cooper Kupp and when Megatron got all those yards, they were it. There's other guys catching the ball too. So he's doing it as a piece, not as the whole piece, which makes it that much more incredible. So I hope he gets 2,000 because I like to witness history, especially for the home team. So it's a really cool thing. I'm enjoying the ride, and I hope he gets there.
What's your oh no?
My oh no. Listen, I love football. I love watching football. I love talking about football. But damn it, Cleveland, you frustrate the hell out of me.
Oh.
You had that game.
Oh, no.
And if I told you before that game, you're going to have a 3-point lead and your defense is going to be on the field, you would say, I take it. They're the best defense in the league. That's facts. And they let Geno Smith go down the field like it was a 7-on-7 drill. Yes, you get my oh no.
JFig?
Oh, no.
What's your oh no? And all right.
Well, my all right was going to go to Jalen Ramsey and his comeback, but you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll give it to the 3 Jalens.
Yes, all of them good.
Oh.
All good.
Jalen Phillips, Jalen Ramsey.
Yes. All
and
playing
Jalen-
too.
Huh?
That they were all playing on Sunday.
Nobody's going to give the all right to do Stephen Ross's Waddle.
That wasn't a Waddle, dude.
That was next. That was next.
This is
The
a
Waddle
kid's
was
show.
very great.
This is a kid show.
What's your oh no, JFig?
So I went to a show on Saturday and the ticket said open, the doors open at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So we get there around 9 o'clock thinking, okay, she probably has some opening acts. This person
Was on stage.
had no opening acts.
Wow.
And it started at 8.
No! You all know what time it started?
What?
11:05. Which is insane to me.
Jeez.
That was
with no
way too
opening
long
acts?
for us to wait. No opening acts. We were in a
What were you
cold
doing?
room.
Just kind of like staring,
hanging,
waiting. Yeah, just waiting.
Oh, so you were in a, so there was drinks. They were maybe trying to get you to buy some drinks.
which is terrible because
You think I made a money?
yeah, exactly. The same way you thought about that sweatshirt, the same way I thought about those drinks.
No, except one did more than keep you warm. One made you feel like you were having a good time.
Well, I was
The
so
whole
very
time I
cold.
was on that sweatshirt, every time I walked to somebody, I was looking at him like, "Don't spill that drink on me. Don't touch me with that cheese."
It's 160.
Well, so very
By the way, can I just say something
quickly?
We had when we went to eat, somebody ordered nachos, and it was lettuce, jalapenos, pico,
No meat.
no meat.
That's garbage.
They said extra, and it was the cheese, like the not even real cheese.
That's garbage.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
it was the worst. And then when people have a terrible item in front of you and they try to make it, oh no, you know what? It's pretty tasty. This is good. That kick rocks.
Marcos, what do you got for all right and oh no?
My all right, pretty easy, goes to Francis Ngannou for proving to be the baddest man on the planet.
Yep, that's what he is.
That was very beautiful.
He's
to watch.
now the Gypsy King.
Indeed, he is the king in my eyes. My oh no goes to horrible judging.
Oh no!
And stupid people at a costume contest. My son, named Raiden, pulled on this awesome, amazing costume here, guys. This is come on now.
So
This is-
cute.
It's just not amazing here. It's just not an amazing thing here.
Wait, Marcos.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about all your kid pictures,
Yeah.
is the two arms that are behind him holding him up. Because he's too young to sit up on his own.
I really don't understand why you think that's such a big
Look
thing.
at the tripod that's holding him up.
Oh,
My
man.
boy ended up getting beat out in one of the costume contests we did by someone who got an Elmo pajama. What? Elmo pajama?
Fix it, costume judge.
Get out of here.
So much work to lose to a pajama.
Right.
All right, let's get our tiebreak picks quickly, JFig. We need to get going. What do we got tonight? This is what we're doing. If the Lions win and cover by 8.5, these picks don't matter. But if they do, they determine who's the starfish. So JFig, this is your lifeline. What do you got tonight? First pick. What do you got? I'm giving it to you.
I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
JFig is going with the Warriors tonight. They are on the road in New Orleans, and they are getting 4 points. All right.
Wow.
New Orleans. So she is going with Golden State plus the 4 on the road.
You know this is recorded, right?
Yeah.
So keep it going. You keep repeating whatever you pick a game.
And then
Lashing
you're like,
out.
you
pick a game.
Where are our
Wow,
picks?
are you lashing
Where are our
out?
picks? Where are our picks? I got to write them down. Someone's got to write them down.
Wow.
We have the tape.
So I got to go back and do homework?
No, it's easier to write it down as we
Oh,
go.
done
It's
already.
fine.
Heat plus 6.5.
You're picking the Heat? Okay.
Yeah, because I have the guts, and I know you don't believe this is Tyler Herro's biggest game of his career, but I know he's going to show up in the biggest game of his career tonight.
Okay. Okay. Relax there. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks are on the road in Memphis, and they are giving 2.5. The Grizzlies have not won a game yet this year. They're 0-3.
All right.
0-3 in the Marcus Smart era.
Yeah. All right.
I am going to go with the Indiana Pacers. They are hosting the Bulls, and they are giving 3.
All right.
At Dallas.
One more.
Last pick, JFig. What do you got?
I'm going with the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow. The Brooklyn Nets, huh?
What's the spread on that?
The Brooklyn Nets.
It's 1.5.
Oh,
right?
I got it at 1.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Well,
Look at that.
I got it at 1.
Still the same thing.
I mean, it's not because then
watch out for the hook.
Could push.
Oh,
The hook actually saved me.
look at that.
Yeah, you don't get shook by the hook. That's what they say.
No, they don't do that.
No, I think people say that, dude. I'm pretty sure that they say that.
All right.
Dude, we should have a whole show with just you and your sayings.
What do you mean?
0 cents.
that'll be more than 4 hours.
No.
All right, final
You
one.
know what
for
they
me.
say. You know what they say.
I don't like this. I'm going to go with the Orlando Magic on the road against the Lakers.
Serious?
They are going to get 2 points. Lakers in disarray, and Gabe Vincent sticking up the joint. Second night of a back-to-back.
Orlando going all the way to LA and you still take Orlando?
Yep.
I was gonna do the same thing. If he didn't
They're
pick
doing this
Orlando,
for
I was
Shaq.
picking Orlando.
Okay, here would you go, you knuckleheads. Me and old Frog Boy will be sitting here, sitting back, watching the carnage.
Oh yeah. Good times.
Good times.
That is our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. You chowder eating bastards. I really wanted him so bad. What's up with your boy?
You're finished.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
You're listening